This clear act of defiance. Does the president view that as a violation of the ceasefire? No, because these were not U.S. ships. These were not Israeli ships. These were two international vessels. Today, cargo ships and tankers clustered outside the Strait of Hormuz, unable to pass in the face of Iran's threats. An officer on one tanker tells us they won't move without safety guarantees. We've altered his voice to protect his identity.
If there is no insurance covering us loaded tankers to cross the straits, we will never cross the straits.
In Europe, dire warnings of the quote.
Looking into difficult months or maybe even years. Even in a best case scenario, it's still bad.
Up more than $1 since the war began. On Capitol Hill, the Treasury Secretary, they win, they'll go.
Can't come down. Again, that is dependent on when the war and the conflict ends.
The president has extended the ceasefire with time today, saying he's putting quote, no time pressure on Iran to return to the bargaining table. Nothing will happen until the U.S. lifts its own naval blockade of Iranian ports. The Iranian president declaring bad faith, siege, and threats are the main obstacles to genuine negotiation. How long should Americans be prepared for this war to go on?
Look, I think President Trump ultimately will dictate the timeline, and he will do so when he feels is in the best interest of the United States and the American people.
President Trump insists most of Iran's missiles and drones are gone. But tonight in Tehran, a show of force, the regime displaying some of the missiles in its arsenal. It comes amid news of a sobering message to Congress from the head of the Defense Intelligence Agency, Marine Lieutenant General James Adams, telling lawmakers Iran retains thousands of missiles and one-way attack drones that can threaten U.S. and partner forces throughout the region. And again, David, we saw those alarming images from Iran tonight, those masked Iranian troops boarding those cargo ships. And it comes as there are still no plans for talks to try and end this war. David.
And Mary, while I have you here tonight, I know there's more breaking news coming out of the White House. An unexpected departure at the Pentagon tonight.
David, we have just learned that the Navy Secretary, John Phelan, has just been fired. An administration official telling us it comes just weeks after Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth ousted the Army Chief of Staff, stated no explanation was given for either departure.
All right, Mary Bruce on breaking developments tonight. Mary, thanks as always. To the other news this evening, emergency crews are on the scene of a deadly chemical leak at a plant in West Virginia. At least 2 workers have been killed. More than 24 received medical treatment tonight. The leak causing a dangerous chemical reaction. Residents there have been warned to shelter in place tonight. Here's Stephanie Rahman.
Tonight, at least 2 people are dead and 30 received medical treatment. West Virginia plant.
There were 3 employees unresponsive. They've got them in fresh air now at this time.
Around 9:30 this morning, a chemical reaction occurring at the Catalyst Refiners plant located west of Charleston as workers were preparing to shut down part of the facility.
Cleaning and decontamination activities were underway. It is believed that a chemical reaction during that cleaning process that created hydrogen sulfide.
A shelter-in-place issued for a 1-mile radius, which includes West Virginia State University. Several roads shut down. Hazmat teams and first responders racing to the scene. The leak requiring a large-scale decontamination effort. People exposed to the chemicals had to remove all their clothes and be sprayed down. 7 ambulance workers were among the injured. Ames Goldsmith Corporation, the owner of Catalyst Refiners, stating they are deeply saddened by the deaths of 2 colleagues and promising to work with officials to determine the cause of the incident. David, officials believe the toxic gas has been largely contained inside one building, but they're still monitoring the air quality outside, out of an abundance of caution. David.
All right, Stephanie Ramos with us here tonight. Steph, thank you. Also some very alarming moments in a neighborhood in Texas rocked by 2 home explosions just 2 hours apart. Multiple people hurt, including a child. Authorities were on the scene of 1 home explosion when another home nearby suddenly exploded too. Trevor Ohm with the images tonight.
Tonight, a Texas community on edge after a pair of home explosions hours apart in the same neighborhood of this San Antonio suburb to the hospital.
These are the small single-story smoke showing multiple victims front yard. Looks like to hold back the house and go back to the wall and come down.
Around 6 o'clock Tuesday, emergency crews raced to the first home, finding the back of the house blown open. Just 2 hours later, with fire crews still on the scene, they heard another loud boom just 2 doors down.
We just had another explosion. The Bravo Delta corner of this house is completely blown through. It's just standing up on rubble, and the roof is completely blown off.
the neighborhood forced to evacuate.
About 8:30, the explosion happened again, and everybody's house shook. We all ran back outside and saw the huge fire. The house went down so fast.
Officials say 3 of the people injured are in critical condition, including a child. David, investigators are now working to determine the cause of both explosions, but the fire department says this was likely the result of a buildup of natural gas. David, Trevor with the images tonight. Trevor, thank you. To Capitol Hill tonight, where Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was grilled today. Kennedy was asked, does President Trump know there's a major measles outbreak here in the U.S.? How he answers, and he's also pressed on the move to no longer require the flu vaccine for members of the U.S. military. Here's Elizabeth Schulze tonight.
Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. today grilled in back-to-back hearings on the country's worst measles outbreak in decades.
Does the president know there is a historic measles surge occurring nationwide?
You want me to answer
the question? It's just a very simple question.
You want to grandstand?
You're going to get your opportunity.
You want to grandstand?
Can you answer?
I can answer that question. It started before I came here.
Sir,
it is a global
opportunity to answer the question. Does the president know there is a historic measles surge occurring nationwide?
I'm sure he does.
You're sure he does?
Kennedy, a vaccine skeptic, has in the past called the measles vaccine a personal choice. But today, a shift in tone, saying the government recommends every child get.
We promote the MMR. We advise every child to get the MMR.
But Kennedy was asked about a new Pentagon policy eliminating the flu vaccine requirement for more than 2 million service members.
Is CDC or any agency at HHS ready and able to detect or monitor localized flu outbreaks in our military as a result of this new, what I think is a backwards policy?
Secretary Hampton was just recognizing that these soldiers being sent over to fight for our freedoms and that they should have some freedom too. The flu shot is an intervention that is often ineffective.
Republican Senator Bill Cassidy, who's also a doctor, cast the key vote to confirm Kennedy as health secretary. Today, we asked if he regretted that decision.
Any regrets to confirm him, given his inability to?
You know, I've commonly asked that, and I've commonly said, you make a decision, you move forward.
And David, the senator pressed Kennedy on whether the new nominee for CDC director, Dr. Erica Schwartz, will be able to, without political interference. Kennedy answered she will. David.
All right, Elizabeth Schulze in Washington tonight. Elizabeth, thank you. Tonight, a major change to the congressional map in Virginia that could have a big impact on the midterm elections. Voters in Virginia overnight approving a plan to redraw the map, giving Democrats a better chance at winning 10 of 11 congressional districts in the state. This measure in Virginia passed last night comes in direct response to President Trump's demand for Republicans in Texas to redraw their map some time ago in an effort to pick up more seats in the House for Republicans. We have learned tonight that Georgia Congressman David Scott has died. He was running for a 13th term in Congress. His health declining in recent years, once a leading voice in the Democratic Party, the first black chairman of the House Agriculture Committee. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries tonight calling him a trailblazer. Congressman David Scott was 80. Tonight there are new developments in the case against the popular singer known as David, charged with sexually abusing and murdering a 14-year-old girl in Los Angeles. The autopsy now states that Celeste Rivas Hernandez, who authorities say was found in the trunk of his car, died from, quote, multiple penetrating injuries to her upper body. Prosecutors say her remains were found in 2 bags in that trunk last September. David, his real name David Burke, has pleaded not guilty to all charges. When we come back here tonight, the disturbing discovery in New York City's Times Square, a baby found, and what we've learned tonight, also dramatic. A state trooper trying to stop a suspected DUI rider on the wrong side of the road. What that trooper has to do. Also, the urgent search for crew members tonight, an American cargo ship capsizing. The impact of the war in Iran tonight on fuel, a major airline now canceling flights. And celebrating the endangered baby elephant making her debut on this Earth Day, right here in the U.S. at 500 pounds. Well, you can call her America Strong. We'll be right back here. A lot more news ahead.
How did I get here? A grandma with vision loss from 1 a.m. I cried. It started when Vabysmo opened up my world. I was worried I was losing sight of the world around me, but my doctor recognized Vabysmo is different. It's the only treatment thought to block 2 causes of wet AMD. I was so excited when my granddaughter asked me to ride across the desert with her, knowing that Vabysmo improves vision. and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection, active eye swelling, or are allergic to it. Vabysmo could cause eye infection, retinal detachment, temporary increase in eye pressure, an uncommon risk of heart attack, or severe swelling of blood vessels in the eye. Report changes to vision or eye pain to your doctor or retina specialist.
Now I've got my sights set on the road ahead. Open up your world with Vabysmo.
The #1 prescribed FDA-approved treatment for wet AMD. Ask your retina specialist about Vabysmo.
I'm feeling more confident about the future after reviewing my choices with Voya. Have you updated your workplace benefits and retirement savings?
No, but I am really going to think about it at some point.
Well, if you evaluate your benefits and investment options together, it can help you make the right choices for today.
That's great. I'd love to think more about that. Maybe this week or even, I don't know, this year.
Don't just think about a strong future. Plan for one with Voya. Plan, invest, protect.
Purina One Live Clear was our cat miracle. We discovered Ella was sensitive to cat allergens. Then the incredible happened. Purina One Live Clear started reducing the major allergen in our cat's hair.
Together forever.
Purina One Live Clear, a difference from day one.
Between drained investment accounts, lost wages, and hiring lawyers, identity theft can cost you more than you might think. Only LifeLock offers the $1 Million Protection Package with reimbursement up to $3 million. LifeLock. Join today.
Want the fastest working GLP-1 for half the price? Ro now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can see weight loss results faster. Lose 20% of your weight with the formula that hits not one, but 2 hormones for less hunger and faster results. Weight loss faster, confidence higher, price cheaper. See if you qualify at ro.co/TV.
Tonight, authorities here in New York City are searching for a man who they say abandoned a baby girl in New York's Times Square. They say a 1-year-old dressed in a pink onesie was left in her stroller just before midnight last night. She appeared to be unharmed. Police say they are in touch tonight with that baby's mother. Tonight, the dramatic police chase of an alleged intoxicated driver in southwest Colorado. A trooper in a high-speed pursuit right here of a pickup truck traveling on the shoulder on the wrong side of the road. The trooper then performing a pit maneuver, pushing the truck to the other shoulder. The 81-year-old driver was arrested and charged with DUI. Tonight, an urgent search is still underway off the northern Mariana Islands for 5 crew members from an American cargo ship. The vessel overturned last week in a powerful typhoon. The body of a crew member found in the hull. Authorities hope the other 5 crew members made it to a life raft. When we come back here tonight, remembering an iconic singer and songwriter, guitarist, Feeling All Right. We'll look back and we celebrate the endangered baby elephant, 500 pounds already. America strong.
Dry eyes still gritty and tired? With MyBo, eyes can feel. MyBo is the only prescription dry eye drop that targets too much tear evaporation by forming a protective layer. Don't use if allergic to MyBo. Remove contacts before using. Wait at least 30 minutes before putting them back in. Eye redness and blurred vision may occur. Ask your eye doctor about MyBo.
Most pet food looks like this. But not the farmer's dog. It looks like real food because it is real food. Made to human-grade standards and gently cooked to give your dog the nutrients they need without the ultra-processing. And because good ingredients matter, but the best recipes call for so much more. Get 50% off your first box, available only at thefarmersdog.com.
In June, life's big things happen in seconds, like falling in love with Abby in as little as 2 seconds, or proposing to her in 78 seconds. Then Jim had the hardest conversation of his life in 100 seconds when he learned that he had cancer. Because life's big moments add up in seconds, Jim and his doctor chose for its administration time, an injectable immunotherapy given in as little as 180 seconds. It may be used alone in adults to treat melanoma, a type of skin cancer that is spread or can be removed by surgery and is approved. It can cause your immune system to harm healthy parts of your body during and after treatment. These problems can be severe and lead to death. See your doctor right away if you have a cough, chest pain, shortness of breath, irregular heartbeat, diarrhea, constipation, severe stomach pain, severe nausea or vomiting, dizziness, fainting, eye problems, extreme tiredness, changes in appetite, thirst or urine, rash, itching, confusion, memory problems, muscle pain, weakness, joint pain, fever, reports severe persistent muscle or joint pain. Tell your doctor if you have myasthenia gravis or Guillain-Barré syndrome. Immune system problems include Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, and lupus. These are not all the possible side effects. Tell your doctor about all medical conditions, including immune or nervous system problems. If you've had or plan to have an organ or stem cell transplant or receive chest radiation, Opdivo Qvantig can't harm your unborn baby. Because every second counts. Opdivo Qvantig.
With Safelite, you can get that fixed now and pay later.
Fix now, pay later?
Safelite offers flexible payment options and anywhere mobile service, so you can get it fixed here, or here, and pay later. Go to Safelite.com today.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
With our heart disease and diabetes, our high LDL-C means our heart attacks are real risk. We should ask about Repatha. You're right.
Repatha plus a statin lowers LDL-C. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site. Ask about Repatha.
To the index of other news tonight, the effects of the war in Iran of hours now, the shortage of jet fuel leading Lufthansa Airlines to cut 20,000 flights over the next 6 months. European airlines have been warning already that the closure of the Strait of Hormuz would lead to fuel shortages and disruptions. Meantime, here in the U.S., troubled discount carrier Spirit Airlines is reportedly close to a deal with the Trump administration, according to a source familiar with the talks. Spirit's stock soaring nearly 300% today. Spirit currently in its second bankruptcy in a year. We do have a passing note tonight. What a song. Rock and roll icon Dave Mason has died, an English singer and guitarist who wrote the classic Feelin' All Right. The song was not an immediate hit, but was eventually covered by more than others. He was also a founding member of the band Traffic. Dave Mason was 79. San Antonio Spurs star Victor Wembanyama suffering a concussion in last night's playoff loss to Portland. The 7'4" forward slamming face first into the court in the second quarter. He's now in the league's concussion protocol, but may still play the Spurs' next game, which of course is Friday. When we come back here tonight, we'll take you to the zoo right here in the U.S., celebrating their endangered baby elephant tonight to mark this Earth Day. You have to see her in a moment. What do you think?
Even if they're grown up, we still need your guidance. That's why last year, Instagram launched teen accounts, defaulting all teens into automatic protections. For who can contact them and the content they can see. And we'll continue adding new safeguards. Instagram teen accounts with automatic protections.
Total Beats, America's best-selling Beats brand, is available at Walmart. Total Beats blood pressure support soft shoes contain a key ingredient clinically shown to deliver 2 times better blood pressure support and control of your blood pressure. Head to Walmart and get Total Beats blood pressure support soft shoes today. You on guard tonight?
Oh, no. They just got Simply Safe. It protects the whole home, inside and out.
Stop. This is Simply Safe.
Whoa.
That was impressive.
There's no safe like Simply Safe. A multi-billion-dollar Roundup settlement is paying claims for up to 21 years. If you were exposed to weed killers at work or at home, your rights are affected. If you or your family has or had non-Hodgkin lymphoma, you need to register for benefits. You could receive $6,000 to $165,000 or more. This settlement impacts you even if you're not sick, because this blood cancer can take 10 to 15 years to appear. If you stay in the settlement, you give up your right to sue. Learn more at weedkillerclass.com or call 888-403-8201.
After seeing loss in my own family, I know how important insurance is. Ethos does life insurance the right way. Get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes. You can get coverage the same day, 100% online.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
These days, the world is moving faster than ever. But I like to say, not so fast when it comes to a progressive disease like chronic kidney disease. Jardiance is a liquid pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Find the goodness of slow by saying, not so fast, CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardians.
We all need a little help sometimes, but asking, that's the hard part. Here's my secret. If you need it, help can be everywhere. That's the power of therapy. And it's some of the best help you can get.
New at 6, Triple Twisters. The cleanup now underway following a wild day of weather across the Central Valley. Plus, salute to service, the emotional day for dozens of our hometown heroes at Arlington National Cemetery, paying tribute to those who never came home.
Finally tonight here on this Earth Day, the endangered baby elephant making her debut. Tonight, she and the team caring for her. America Strong. Tonight, the historic debut on this Earth Day at the Smithsonian National Zoo in Washington. Baby elephant Lin Mai, the first endangered Asian elephant born at the zoo in nearly 25 years, making her first public appearance today. Playing in the water, her trunk right to the camera there. She's about 2 months old now, nearly 500 pounds already. She eats every 2 hours.
If we're pushing it just a few minutes past feeding time, she lets us know that we're late.
Elephant manager Robbie Clark, part of her care team.
She's very smart. She's curious. She's showing us that she has some independence, which is fantastic.
Her favorite activity, they say, bath time.
She has her own little kiddie pool that she has the opportunity to swim in. She gets very playful. I think she looks forward to it every day.
Lin Mai joining a helpful herd. Alongside her doting Aunt Swana, they call her, she's ready to meet you. Starting today, you can visit her at the zoo, and you can see her on the zoo's live webcam on their website. So tonight, on this Earth Day, we celebrate the new baby endangered Asian elephant. The first time at the zoo there in nearly 25 years.
We hope that when people come here to the zoo and see her, they fall in love and turn that into action. Learn about ways that they too can help prevent the extinction of this incredible species.
Yeah, an important message. Lin Mai is going to be quite a draw. National Zoo, 500 pounds and growing fast. Not going to fit in that kiddie pool for long. I'm David Muir. I'll see you right back here tomorrow. From all of us, good night.
ABC's David Muir, the most watched newscast in America.
The school district is sending this mommy to Miami. School is
Now on Action News Live at 6, swirling skies. Team coverage on the confirmation of 3 tornadoes we track live on the air across Central California. The damage left behind and the fast changes in the AccuWeather forecast from wild to mild.
And now a couple of hours.
Thanks, Tom. Our hometown heroes on the Central Valley Honor Flight visit Arlington National Cemetery to pay their respects to the fallen military and sisters, plus how you can help welcome them home tonight at a patriotic party. And rodeo action returns for the start of the 112th Clovis Rodeo. We're live at the rodeo grounds with tonight's full lineup as fans pack the arena.
Central California's Group 1 News. This is Action News.
We're getting hit by it right now. In the tornado.
Tornado Tuesday, a powerful spring storm wreaked havoc across Central California, leading to not 1 but 3 confirmed twisters over the span of just a couple of hours. Thank you for joining us for a much calmer evening. Good evening, I'm Margot Kim. And I'm Vanessa Vasconcelos. We're live on ABC 30 Hulu Live and wherever the live weather spanning from Merced County to Fresno County as alerts rang out for thousands of residents to seek shelter, putting several schools on lockdown. In the aftermath, a number of buildings were left damaged and trees were uprooted by powerful winds. The National Weather The turbulent series of events began around 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon as thunderstorms swept across the valley. The first twister reportedly touching down near Biola in Fresno County, with winds reaching up to 70 miles.
The strongest of the three touching down dozens of miles north in Merced County. The EF1 tornado traveled roughly half a mile with peak winds of up to 110 miles per hour, causing damage to at least one home. And finally, just after 5 o'clock yesterday evening, a twister touched down northeast of Clovis along Highway 168 in Fresno County. Also traveling a half mile, this EF1 tornado produced winds up to 95 miles, destroying a family's barn. One tornado is rare, but 3 in one season considered historic in Central California. Chief meteorologist Kevin Russo has the details on the wild weather and the calmer conditions in the forecast. Kevin.
Yeah, kind of a peak too at the rainfall potential. We are only slightly behind the seasonal average of 10.06 norm today. We're at 10.02, which is just 4 100ths at the airport behind where we should be for this date. Merced is about an inch behind, but Hanford is on par, and Bakersfield to the south is an inch ahead. So sunshine for today, tomorrow, and Friday. So we're looking at an opportunity for rain over the weekend. After what we just went through, though, we're not looking at a snow event. This is going to be rain with maybe a slight chance of thunderstorms and snowy type travel back in the mountains. Again, after 2 days of warming up, we're back into the upper 60s for whatever weekend plans you have.
Farmers across the Central Valley welcomed Tuesday's rainfall, but some had to take quick action to protect their crops from the heavy downpours and whipping winds of the afternoon storm. Farmer Stan Gross used a helicopter service to dry off his cherry tree past Viola, just west of Fresno. Gross says that if the water sits by the stem, it can cause the cherry to crack, so he didn't take any chances.
The Huey helicopter comes in and blows them off. It's mostly about shaking them up and getting the water out of the crack by the stem. One time a year, we got to get the cherries off, get them to market.
Gross believes the quick action helped save his crop. However, Fresno County Farm Bureau CEO Ryan Jacobson says a neighboring almond orchard had it to come. This 5-view video shows several trees were uprooted by the powerful winds. In the North Valley, Merced County is cleaning up today. Tuesday's storm brought heavy rain, hail, and a tornado to Atwater. The National Weather Service says the twister was the strongest out of confirmed tornadoes that hit Central California. Action News reporter Anna Torrea brings us a glimpse at some of the damage and who's now working to rebuild.
Something probably picked us up.
When Juan Carlos Aragia stepped out of the car with his grandfather, tornado that hit water, he remembers just how strong and powerful the wind felt around them.
So it started raining, and it took away, and my grandpa was got scared and started saying that we should leave cars because the car was gonna flip.
Everything happened in just seconds, but it was Aragia's grandmother who felt the house violently rattle.
And then my grandma started crying, and she said that the house was shaking.
His grandparents' home did take some damage to the roof and its shattered windows. Trees were also toppled over. The National Weather Service says that Tuesday's tornado in Atwater was the strongest out of all 3 that hit Central California.
That tornado is that it took roof material, probably aluminum or some other type of metal, and it twisted it like licorice around power lines.
Those pieces of the roof were left scattered across the family's property. On Wednesday, workers were on top of the barn trying to patch up the damage.
And you can see just how powerful those winds were. They ripped the porch right off the ground. It once stood over the front of the home and pushed all the way to the side. But throughout all of this terrifying experience, what was left was this altar here. What the family says, it felt like God was watching over them.
It was an experience the family has never been through nor will forget.
Just looking at all this, it's sad. It's sad because we're used to all the porch and having all the animals.
It's really kind of sad for them because we don't really have that much money, and it's sad to see that their stuff got destroyed.
The family says that they are grateful no one was hurt and their animals are safe. However, they do expect the repairs to their home to cost them several thousands of dollars. They have set up a GoFundMe to help them with the expenses. Reporting in Atwater, Anna Torreya, ABC 30 Action News.
Happening now, Caltrans has announced it will extend a temporary closure of Highway 140 from Yosemite Bug in Mid-Pine to Cedar Lawn through Friday. Now, the stretch of highway was initially closed on Monday in anticipation of the incoming storm, but after further inspection, crews discovered they must clear additional debris to ensure the safety of travelers. It's the same section of highway that was closed for several days last week because of a rock slide before opening with limited access and traffic control. Veterans from across the Central Valley are on their way home from the nation's capital tonight. But before they boarded their flight, they stopped at Arlington National Cemetery for an emotional visit. Action pulled with the 69 veterans to D.C., and there's a welcome surprise during today's visit.
A somber start to day 3 for the honor flight. It's packed with the 69 local veterans and their guardians rolled past the white markers, the silent sentinels for the more than 400,000 service members who are buried here on the green immaculate lawns. A military caisson duty passed by the buses. At the cemetery, the oldest member of the honor flight, 100-year-old Norris Jernigan, stopped at the grave of his World War II veteran, Audie Murphy, the most highly decorated soldier in the war. The entire honor flight watched the stoic precision of the changing of the guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Then, 4 veterans, Joe Moore, Rick Morales, John Martin, and Norris Jernigan, laid a wreath at the tomb. The ribbon reading, Central Valley Honor Flight.
I ended them to the best I could in our duties here.
It was like a dream because I've heard and read so much about the land of the reed, the tomb of the unknown soldier. I've heard and read so much about it, but I never thought that I would actually be a part and to participate in the actual event.
Following the ceremony, a surprise. School children formed a tunnel, cheering, applauding, and thanking the veterans for their service as they passed by. These veterans never experienced when they returned home from their service. With the honor flight in Washington, D.C., Warren Armstrong, ABC 30 Action News.
The 34th honor flight is expected to return home just after 7 o'clock this evening. And as always, the public is invited to attend a celebratory welcome home parade inside the terminal at Fresno Yosemite International Airport. Warren Armstrong and our photographer Richard, as they return from Washington, D.C., bringing you all the incredible stories throughout this week of the 69 hometown heroes now on their way home.
So beautiful. Something that goes beyond social media. We're actually able to hear from these veterans and get their reactions to seeing these memorials.
Amazing. Let's give a heroes welcome home tonight.
The spring storm turned dry dirt into mud in the Clovis Rodeo Ring.
Country adjustments, the quick action to keep the Cowboys tradition on schedule, rain or shine.
Then at 6:30, Daily Visit. Governor Newsom makes an Earth Day announcement in Madera County, then comments about the race to replace him.
When your day winds down, make ABC 30 your final stop for trusted local news.
Everything you need to know before you turn everything on.
ABC 30 Action News delivers what matters most. Local stories, local impact, from the local team you trust. Meteorologist Kevin Musso and sports with Stephen Hicks. More families turn to Action News Live at 11 than any other local late newscast. Action News Live at 11.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. Keep the know the ones who always show up. They all have that little extra.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Get supplier discount for everyone pricing for over $8,300 in total value on this 2026 1500 Plus, Costco executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
I've been an affordable housing advocate for 20 years. I've worked under the leadership of Annalisa Correa in Fresno, and she's committed to helping working families. On the Fresno City Council, Annalisa has worked hard to make housing more affordable. In Sacramento, she'll stand with working families and fight to expand economic opportunity. A lot of politicians make big promises. Annalisa is different. She's a leader who gets things done. Let's send Annalisa to the assembly.
Style or substance somehow became one or the other. But it's another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or current eligible GMC lessees can get this loan for around $349 per month on the Sierra Elevation with a 5.3-liter V8 engine.
ABC 30 Action News is sponsored by Salmon's Furniture Galleries. Central California's #1 news with Margot Kim, Warren Armstrong, Chief Meteorologist Kevin Musso, and Stephen Hicks. This is ABC 30 Action News, live at...
Opening ceremonies are happening now as the 100th annual has officially begun. Tonight's event started just moments ago at 6 and includes fireworks and a concert. Our Action News anchor Christina Lopez joins us live from the rodeo grounds with all the action you can expect this year. Christina?
Vanessa and Margot, you wouldn't have thought thunderstorms would have clouded tonight's opening day, but you know what? The sunshine has been here for the first day of the Clovis Rodeo. Now, people around me are gathering, and they've actually just... The national anthem was just sung for the opening ceremonies here on night one. People are filling the seats right now, getting into place because they are ready for a night of bull riding. That's right. We are already here talking to locals and people from across the state who have made their way here to Clovis just in time for the 5-day event. Attendees can expect ceremonies to continue on with bull riding kicking off, and then tonight a concert starting at 8 o'clock with a drone show as well. Now, severe weather, organizers say they had to bring in 2 truckloads of sand to mix in with the mud that was inside the arena just to make that material solid for those bull riders. Other areas are seeing pools of puddled mud, so of course those cowboy boots will definitely be coming in handy. The Clovis Rodeo Association says thunderstorms, they won't stop families from a cherished and celebrated valley tradition.
It's an old tradition, and it's, you know, generations of family come out here, and they love to come out, and you know, it doesn't even matter if it's, even if we have a rainy day, we'll have people still out here. They're hardcore, and we really want to see a rodeo.
Now, there are hundreds of volunteers who make this 5-day event possible, with people coming back year after year. 25 volunteers alone are cooking and preparing tri-tip sandwiches, now at $12 each. Organizers offering hungry attendees a third of a pound of tri-tip per serving. Now, if you do plan to attend over the next 5 days or so, attendees are expected not to bring any strollers or outside coolers. And as far as security goes, Clovis PD will be on hand, about 15 officers patrolling throughout the rodeo grounds. So the mounted unit will be out here patrolling as well. I'm Christina Lopez reporting live from the Clovis Rodeo for ABC 30 Action News.
Christina, thank you. Well, opening night again at the 112th annual Clovis Rodeo. Singer Corey Kent. The rodeo runs through Sunday, April 26th. And for more information about the 5-day event, go to abc30.com. A police department has a new recruit who's barely out of diapers. Baby Bad. Oh, the sweet swearing-in ceremony for a toddler who loves law enforcement.
And that storm, but the week storm will give us some more.
ABC 30 Action News is sponsored by Chukchansi Resort and Casino. Play during Chukchansi Gold's Drop the Cool $670,000 giveaway, and you can drive home a Jeep or a boat, or your share of over $500,000 in cash and e-cash prizes. Play for your adventure at Chukchansi Gold Resort and Casino.
Every heartbeat is one of a kind.
At Advertisement, we know every heart is as unique as the person it beats for. That's why our plan experts offer a wide range of specialties, a plan tailored to you.
As a kid, Matt Mahan's mentor was his dad, a union letter carrier who proudly provided a reliable, basic service. Lesson learned. Mahan is the only candidate for governor with a record of delivery. As San Jose mayor, he got results. A sharp drop in homelessness, the safest big city in America, thousands of new homes. As governor, Mahan will focus on the things Californians need most. If a mailman can deliver a reliable, basic service, the rest of our government can too.
Every day, over 1,000 accidents happen in California. Lives thrown into chaos. At Jacoby & Myers, we provide the legal and emotional support you need. Over 50 years, we've been fighting for Californians, securing over $2 billion in settlements. If you've been injured in an accident, don't navigate the confusing insurance claims alone. Trust the experts with a proven record of success. Call Jacoby & Myers at 1-800-5-million today, because you deserve justice.
I trust Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer used to be our governor. Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer. Tom is a billionaire or taxing billionaire. Tom doesn't take corporate money because he doesn't need their money. That's why working Californians like me. Like me. Like me. Are getting behind Tom Steyer. Tom is going to fight for homes that we all can own.
Check utility rates at 25%.
Big corporations. Together we can beat that. I'm voting for Tom Steyer.
Life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving?
For years, politicians have gone with the flow, while valley families get swept away. It's against the current. David Valadeo. Others let the valley drive. Now it's a Valadeo delivers clean drinking water, infrastructure built and water flowing back in. Thank the Valley's own David Valadeo for never going with the flow, being our leader on water.
It's scary. It's scary. Tomorrow, Snooki, why your journey? The first interview diagnosed with cervical cancer. I feel like I need to share it, and all things Jersey Shore tomorrow on.
A new recruit at a Southern California police department can't read or drive yet, but he's ready to serve. A special swearing-in ceremony was held for Ezra Galicia at Colton Police Headquarters. The 4-year-old took an oath to and be a good boy. Aww. Ezra's family says he loves law enforcement and can't wait to one day take the real pledge to protect and serve. The Colton police chief says recognizing Ezra and his family is one example of connecting with the community.
He looks like he already knows how to drive that patrol car.
Yeah.
He's sitting there all confident.
He's keeping the peace at his preschool, for sure.
There you
We'll have to follow up.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of following up, we are all following up on the aftermath of yesterday's 3 tornadoes.
Story that all the while this was happening in the mountains. Wouldn't you? You know, there are people all over the world that come to see this place, right? Live right. Oh, that was the sunrise this morning from the Yosemite Conservancy, and look at the snow in the mountains. It's going to be more there to get into the weekend, maybe another 6 to 10 inches at the higher elevations above 7,000 feet. Still a little bit of flurry. It's actually moving through that particular area right now. This trough lifts and gets out of the way. We're going to see a few showers. We have a few right here on the west side of the valley over Pacheco Pass. So if you're leaving the valley for tonight, you may have a passing shower there into Gilroy. And then over in the mountains, this is just the very last little bit of energy left from that trough that came through that produced 3 tornadoes. And I'll add another one to that list because I did see a storm report from Milpitas, California, where they also had one. So that's 4 that we know of. Central California. This is Saturday afternoon and evening that you're looking at here. Snow in the mountains, high elevation snow, rain, maybe at morning that turns over to showery conditions. I would add that we could have a pop-up thunderstorm. There's a chance of that. This is the season where we get our thunderstorms like that because we still have warming at the ground and we have cold air aloft coming in. California, this is the map for the weekend. So over the the beach, there's a chance of a shower over here. There's a light chance in Southern California, but there's a better chance here in the Central Valley and adjacent mountains to our east. Clearly, moving to Sunday night, there's an opportunity in the mountains for that energy to linger. Now, we see upper 60s to low 70s today. Skies are friendly again. Yesterday they were angry, as we were saying the day before. 69 degrees in Fresno. Good to moderate air quality for tomorrow, and these areas starting to recover back close to 70 degrees. You'll be there by Friday, but you're going to have showers or maybe even thunder come through on Saturday afternoon and evening. 47 for Fresno tomorrow morning, mid-40s the rest of the valley floor, and close to with that 73. Mid and upper 70s on our map of the Central Valley for our Thursday. 60s for the weekend. Into next week for showers, but for now we'll just concentrate on what's going on for Saturday night, early Sunday morning.
Kevin, thank you. Cities here with sports, checking in on the season with the hometown team.
And how about some baseball? A pretty big crowd out at Churchiancy Park this morning for making the grade day. We'll show you how it powered the Grizzlies' first walk-off win of the season. Plus in the bigs, a pair of incredible catches, one on the mound.
The day can take you anywhere. So can this rugged 4x SUV. And right now, get a $20 gas card for $3,000 in total cash on a 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
Really fun with soap. Former attorneys of California, predatory billboard lawyers who some victims of LA's wild. The same firms who performed disaster victims. One so-called consumer attorney stole $15 million from his clients, including a man left with a devastating pipeline explosion. While they make millions, victims are left in ruins. Fight back. CaliforniaConsumers.com.
Attention Central. Setting the floor at Fashion Furniture. Set on clearance. Over 9 items. Plus special financing individual. When they're gone, they're on. Shop. Enter.
For whatever life throws at you, get coverage confidence with AAA insurance.
The story of two broken men. First time they've ever had a husband and wife have open heart surgery.
We operate on her and she does well. Now, the husband, he's been having chest pain.
Honestly, I thought I was going to die.
We'll see them really imbibe.
But
We both have heart like a week ago.
nice people were there. Our lines are back on, and we have quit. Thanks for that. I've heard many of your that you invest in private prison.
I did invest 22 years ago and sold it. It was a wake-up call. I felt like I was not going to be living my value. Since then, I have been working for rehabilitative justice. My only point is this: possibilities for human beings to change, to realize when they're wrong and do the right thing. I decided I need to be proactively, aggressively doing the right thing.
The day can take you anywhere. Rugged 4x4 SUV. And right now, get a $3,000 gas card for $3,000 in total cash on a 2025 Ford Bronco Sport. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
Watts is again on the move. The Bullard grad leaving Texas Tech for the University of Washington. It'll be a sport college and third school in the Evergreen State, having also played at Eastern Washington and Washington State. Last season, he averaged 12 points a game for the Red Raiders. Even the fun, festive atmosphere down their annual day pay. It's a reward for hard-working students to spend the day taking in a ball game at Churchiancy Park. 11:05, first pitch for the young fan. Fresno fall behind early. Skip ahead to the ninth. With the game tying 2-run single, so we're tied at 6, and 2 batters later, bases juiced. Rick Bernard shoots a single through to the left side for the Grizzlies' first walk of the season at 11-6 on the year. They are a game and a half back of the first place.
State women's golf moving out of last place in the conference championship. Ladies had a Laura final Hill Club set to tee off tomorrow. This morning, Fresno State football going through its second to last practice. Spring free initial game. It is still a chance. Hard work they've been doing.
The main thing, the younger guys, be able to put some good, especially in more of a pressured environment. Or some hours around. It will be big, and to see who competes as well shines other guys.
All right, so scheduled for a tailgate start at 10 a.m. and the spring preview set for a start on Saturday.
Will you be the coach at Alabama next year? Yes.
Is staying the coach at Alabama. The school announcing, get this, a $87.5 million deal comes out to $12.5 million a year. Former Fresno State head man. Finally, one of the catches in recent memory, Mariners pitcher Logan absorbs a 107-mile-per-hour line drive in his jersey. Lodged. It did not. It was lodged between the buttons, and despite the spectacular effort and the ball not touching the ground, the batter was awarded first base and a single. Once the ball was stuck, the rules stations which say a batted or thrown ball going inside a player or coach's uniform is deemed out of play. Good news for the M's is 5-4. And as crazy as that is, take a look at this catch in the stand. Wild snag from game. A fan left. The hat in his right hand. Maybe he was going to treat that as a glove.
Wait, that's a foul ball.
But he made the catch.
That was a foul ball.
It was a foul ball and a heck of a story. Forward.
And the USA gymnastics team is giving him a call. That's a little painful, though. Well, 3 swirling storms are confirmed as tornadoes in Central California. A closer look at the damage left behind and the conditions that spawned those disturbs.
Plus, traffic season of and woman new but it stamps that the suspect arrested in connection to the rail violence in the Tulare County.
Disney Plus.
These past everything costs more now. That's why I'm voting for Annalisa Pereira for Assembly. On the Fresno City Council, Annalisa has fought for affordable housing, for healthcare costs, and make our lives more affordable. Annalisa comes from a working class family. She's on our side because she's walked in our shoes. Let's send Annalisa Pereira.
You probably know it's just but once lost, they all have that little extra. You get it.
It's Chevy truck for discount for anyone pricing for over $8,300. This 2026 Chevy Plus. Costco executive members can get a 12 members only incentive.
What's the Mad Mayhem different? Real executive experience. As San Jose's mayor, Mad Mayhem budget, crime, and housing. He's not from Washington, not from Wall Street. He's a mailman's son who knows California's become expensive. He'll suspend the gas tax, overhaul state government, and turn billions in wasted money into effective investments in healthcare, housing, and schools. Democratic values, effective experience. That's the Mad Mayhem difference.
Get your entertainment news from On the Red Carpet.
On the red carpet.
On the Red Carpet. Follow us now on your favorite social site.
Style or substance. Somehow it became one or the other. Another choice. Not stopping until you have in the GMC Sierra. Or current eligible GMC lessees can get this low-mileage lease for around $349 per month on the Sierra Elevation with a 5.3-liter V8 engine.
Next Jeopardy, a warning. Do not pay. This category
future lie ahead for a 28-game winner?
Even a super champ like Jamie can be beaten on the buzzer.
Tonight at 7 on C30. Central California's #1 news. This is ABC 30 Action News.
3 Central Valley tornadoes now confirmed by the National Weather Service. In a breaking news update, meteorologists, 2 of them were rated as EF1. This was one of them in Atwater. See damage left behind when estimated wind peaks of 110 miles an hour hit an Atwater home. Thanks for joining us for Action News Live at 6:30. Good evening. I'm Dale Uron.
And I'm Margo Kim. We're live on ABC 30, Hulu Live, and wherever you stream. Where those 3 twisters struck. The one in Atwater, 2 more in Fresno County, one on Highway 168 near Clovis, and the other Fresno County tornado happened east of Biola. Action News reporter Carrie Mannix spoke with a storm chaser from Oregon who traveled all the way to the Central Valley to just get feet away from one of the twisters.
That's right, that storm tracker told me he traveled all the way from Oregon to capture these storms. And you can see this tree snapped right in half. He says he was feet away from it when it happened, and he captured the whole thing on camera.
I think we're about to get a tornado here, guys.
A man from Portland, Oregon caught the moment an EF1 tornado formed along Highway 168 near Clovis on Tuesday evening.
Look what see on the ground.
Just a day earlier, Dale Scales told me he started heading that way, intentionally to put him in the path of the storm, and speaking to me from the custom vehicle he used to chase.
Going and then on the models that there was signs of a severe weather event coming up. Yeah, so I kind of took the bet that something interesting was going to happen and made the 10-hour drive down, and it paid off.
The professional storm chaser capturing this video driving through the dangerous weather. It's already had over 3,000 views on YouTube, but it was also a close call for nearby residents.
So it was a weaker tornado, but it can still do damage to roofs, push cars around, things like that.
One family experienced that firsthand. Their barn blown off the ground, narrowly missing their home. Several family members were inside, but no one was hurt. And the tornado near Clovis, the only one in the Central Valley Tuesday. Action News found a home damaged in Fresno County east of Biola after reports that a tornado had touched down there earlier in the day. Across the street, an almond orchard with several trees uprooted. The National Weather Service confirming an EF0 down. They also confirmed a third twist, the strongest of them all, damaged parts of Atwater in Merced County. But the funnel that touched down in Clovis was the closest we've seen caught on camera.
We're about to get hit by it. Hit by it right now.
And Scales said that happened by accident or falling hail.
Since I was live, like, oh, the audience might appreciate if we go see some hail. I turn around that corner and it's crossing the road.
And Scales, again, a professional storm chaser, says he made that decision to the because he felt it was weak enough based on training. A lot of us here in the Central Valley were not accustomed to those kinds of winds. We said reached up to 110 miles per hour. So if you ever do find one of these situations, please heed warnings and stay inside the roads if possible. Reporting from Clovis, Carrie Manning, 6:30 Action News.
In Crime Watch, a Madera County resident is now in custody at child sex abuse material. 7 Gann was arrested after sheriff's deputies received a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. A search warrant was executed at his home, and all electronic devices were seized. Gann was booked into the Madera County Jail and faces a number of charges.
Dinuba police are investigating their first 2 homicides of the year after a man and woman were shot to death Tuesday night. Action video leading up to the suspect's arrest and shares what we've learned about the victim.
Their hands, they're on the ground. Newly released body cam video shows the moments Dinuba police arrested 43-year-old Miguel Angel Saldana Garcia of Saldana can be compliant, but investigators say he had just killed his ex-wife and her new boyfriend on Tuesday evening shortly after 5.
The Dinuba Police Department received multiple 911 calls from a residence coming from the 1200 block of Brent. And when the officers responded, they located a male and female adults on the driveway with multiple gunshot wounds.
The male and female identified 1-year-old Jose Medina and Flores, who leaves. Both victims were pronounced dead at the scene.
They came left in a white truck onto the city of Wrigley. The officers or detectives coordinated with the Wrigley Police Department, and they were able to find out that he switched vehicles, and a surveillance team was placed on them. The surveillance team followed them all the way back to the city.
Chief Abel Iriarte says he tracked back to Dinuba. They were turning himself in, but he was arrested right outside the police department.
Yes, we were able to recover both vehicles that were involved. The first one, and I believe we probably have. We are currently serving those warrants. We're also serving a warrant at his actual residence in Wrigley.
Suspect who was arrested on murder charge with one child with Torres. Meanwhile, the Dinuba Unified School District had free support services as one of the victims was related to a student in the district.
It's a tragic loss. There's just no doubt about it. And it takes time to process, and being respectful of family members and being here to support is what we are all about.
The Dinuba Department says anyone with information is encouraged to contact their department. In Dinuba, I'm News.
If you or someone you know is experiencing violence, help. The number for the National is a country now. Services are available 24/7, and conversations are completely confidential.
On this Earth Day, Governor Newsom now ending. Action News reporter Gabe Ferris brings us the new designated green spaces in our own backyard.
The historic event happening here in Madera County. Key River Parkway is now one of 3 planned new state parks. Governor saying he is proud. On Wednesday, Governor Newsom touring Sycamore Island in Madera County, part of one of California's next state parks.
Celebrating a sense of belonging. Many parts, one body.
On this Earth Day, the state park system set to add Dust Camping and Feather River Park in Yuba County, Parkway on the County line.
We're frankly dealing in space and deferred maintenance and this constant dialectic about the fact that we shouldn't be focused on expanding, how to actually clean up what we've got. And we were stuck on that, mired in that for decades and decades.
It's the biggest park expansion in years. I asked Governor Newsom how he felt. Governor is proposing as well. How do you fund this expansion?
Well, this is funded through existing resource, and then the ongoing efforts to continue get more philanthropic support.
The Natural Resources Secretary adding that these new parks won't cost the state anything up front.
By entities that are willing to transfer it to state parks. Over time, obviously, the staffing, et cetera, will figure into the broad statewide budget.
Conservancy eager to transfer the process Thursday.
It could be a state park within the next 2 years.
Governor Newsom hoping this new state park can be an outlet for Valley families.
It's about taking a deep breath, and it's about just letting so much of this go.
And officials say they'll soon host public meetings to determine what features these new parks could have. They'll also set those entry fees. Reporting in Madera County, I'm Gabe Ferris, ABC 30 Action News.
Disturbing findings are released in the discovery of that Southern California teen whose body was found in a Tesla.
The cause of her death as the singer David faces charges in the year-long murder mystery.
Then a California man is arrested for using his noodle in the wrong way. His scheme using pasta to steal Legos, one box at a time. Hello, I'm Eliza Navarro.
And I'm Jason Alabama. Tomorrow, Action and AM Live. Get out your cowboy hat and boots for the 112th Clovis Rodeo.
The action and fun that will be taking place now and throughout the weekend in Old Town Clovis.
Plus, we've got your full AccuWeather forecast, overnight breaking news, and everything you need to get ready first thing in the morning.
Only on Action News AM Live beginning at 4.
for you. It's 4 words that can change everything.
With those 4 words, the innocence and joy of childhood disappears.
But Starlight has taught us 4 other words that make all the difference.
The power of play. Healing yes. That's why Starlight Children's Foundation provides hospitalized kids to deliver happiness and matter. Learn more.
The keys to a new Toyota. Let innovation take the wheel and elevate a mile from efficiency and smart performance. There's a Toyota made for your drive. Shop Toyota's lineup of 21 hybrid and electric vehicles like the fully redesigned 43 MPG RAV4 and the 36 MPG Grand Highlander hybrid. Toyota, let's go places.
Hi, I'm Congressman Ron. Spent my career fighting for Medicare for All. It's the only path to make healthcare more affordable. Tom Steyer is the only candidate for governor with the guts to take on the single payer healthcare. Tom's made big changes before. He took on big oil and big tobacco and won. Tom's the leader to solve California's healthcare crisis. That's what the nurses supported, and that's why I'm supporting Tom Steyer for governor.
ABC's David Muir, the most watched newscast in America. Central California's #1 news with Mark Daniel and Chief Meteorologist Kevin Musso. This is ABC 30 Action News, live at 6:30.
Happening now, thousands have been evacuated as wildfires rage on across Georgia and Florida. Dozens of homes have been destroyed, and what authorities are conditions in years. Some of these wildfires burned Jacksonville this evening, and crews raced to extinguish the blaze, aided by firefighters from across the state.
We're learning new last moments for the 14-year-old girl found dismembered last year in the trunk of a Tesla belonging to the music David. A public cameras report was released revealing the of Rivas Hernandez as multiple penetrating injuries. Of her death was ruled a homicide. The report says she had 2 stab wounds. His legal name is David Anthony Burke, is charged in her murder. The LA District Attorney says he had long-term sexual encounters with the girl and killed her career. David has pleaded guilty and remains in custody without bail.
In appeals court, California law passed in 2025 requiring federal immigration agents badge or some form of identification. The Trump administration filed a lawsuit in November challenging the law, arguing it would threaten the safety of officers. California lawyers argued the law applied equally to all law enforcement officers without discriminating against the U.S. government, saying case outbreaks have resulted in officers being mistaken for criminals and vice versa. However, the appeals court judges said they did not consider safety factors because the federal government demonstrated its constitutional rights would be violated by the legislation.
A Southern California man is now in custody for trying to rig the system with rigatoni. Authorities say Jarrell Augustine is connected to at least 70 Target thefts nationwide with Lego sets and then returned the boxes to stores filled with pasta. Totaled more than $34,000. Augustine was booked into the of grand theft.
Storm cleanup across happening under sunny skies.
Kevin's tracking a much forecast and a look ahead for rain by the weekend.
What's the Mad Mayhem difference? Real executive experience. As they balance the city budget and build is not from Washington, not Wall Street. Man's son who knows California is too expensive. State government can turn billions in wasted money into effective investments in health, housing, and schools.
that is effective experience. That's the method.
I have loved St. Agnes. Needed an orthopedic surgeon. I searched the St. Agnes website and found Dr. Needle. I took the chance and he didn't disappoint. It's really nice to be able to get back. I wasn't able to do before because I leaned on my husband so much to help me with stuff. And now he can enjoy things with me instead of for me. It feels so good to be back to myself again.
Go to abc30.com/medical specialist to learn more.
Ventura's 75th anniversary refrigerator deals are hotter than ever. This gallery French door refrigerator with custom flex drawer is just $18.99. Then save even more with exclusive group rebates you won't find at the big box stores. Your final price, just $16.49. Save your cash with up to 12 months of 0% interest financing. This rebate ends soon. Don't miss out. Ventura and Appliance, your low price leaders since 19.
I'm the CEO of the Fresno Chamber of Commerce. I serve on the Building Trades Council. Business and labor don't always see eye to eye, but we're endorsing Annalisa Perea for Assembly. On the Fresno City Council, Annalisa supported small businesses and fought for affordable housing. She supported law enforcement in our community. In Sacramento, Annalisa will fight for better. She'll make our lives more affordable. Annalisa Perea knows how to bring people together.
Attention Central Valley, where Reset Warren. Save up to 50% on clearance, closeout, overstock, one-of-a-kind items. Plus, special financing is available. When they're gone, they're gone. Shop now at Fashion Furniture.
China Peak Summit Camp. Just 24 hours ago, we were looking at a lot of dirt right here, but it's now covered up with a blanket of snow. Off in the background, also Huntington Lake. And out beyond that, Kaiser Ridge. So to get more snow, we'll get some more this weekend. Temperature covered with that sunshine to the 70s throughout at all Valley Airport stations, NAS before being the warmest. Cool. Looking into California, a trough starting to exit, but we celebrate our returns. Over on the coastal area, Gilroy, and we'll pass through the passing shower this afternoon. Maybe a little heavy downpour and some gusty winds. And then we have some upsloping going on with cold air that's present over the mountains for just a minute or two this evening. Leading to the weekend, so Saturday afternoon, showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, and snow back in the mountains with winter travel. You're going to be up above 7,000 feet in the Sierra, even lingering a little bit of Sunday, but should be gone by Monday. And also the opportunity for snow accumulating. Within here, the whites and the greens are within that 6 to 12 inch range. Point locations indicating somewhere between 4 to 8 inches of snow possible. A little different map today, right? We're at 69 right now in Palms, 62 in Redding to our north. It is a breezy evening here in front of Kauai Health and at the airport, not far away. We have a northwest wind at hour and a 70. Going to feel a little more like mid-60s right now, though. Good to moderate air quality for tomorrow. There's no concern with that. Temperatures will be near 70 degrees in the foothill communities and low 70. But you're going to ask once we get into the weekend, as we just showed you from FutureCast, a little stormy in the mountains and higher elevation snow. 47 for a low for Fresno Clovis tonight, and the rest of the valley in the mid-40s. For tomorrow afternoon, pretty close to seasonal conditions, valley-wide mid and upper 70. Extended forecast, a little bit of a roller coaster with the chance of showers over the weekend back into the 60s, and then temperatures recover back to 70s.
All right. Well, if you're worried about AI replacing real people, already happening.
Machine Manager, the computer-operated market in the Bay Area, is learning about service.
At United Health Centers, your health is in trusted hands. From check-in to the exam room, our friendly staff and compassionate providers are dedicated to giving you personal care. Enjoy our comprehensive healthcare services, free transportation, and the peace of mind that comes with knowing we're always here for you. Visit our Visalia Health Center on Boulevard and schedule your appointment today. Unite Health Centers for a life.
For years, politicians have kept the flow while Valley family moved away. Only fights against the Valadeo. Others left the valley dry, fields barren, its economy starving. David Valadeo delivers clean drinking water, infrastructure built to last, and water flowing back into the valley where it belongs. Thank the valley's own David Valadeo for never going with the flow and being our leader on water.
Wednesdays are big ones with tic-tac-toe. Starting at 2 p.m. Short time at 8 p.m. Your Legacy Reward. Battle it out for a chance to win up to $2,000 in bonus cash or chips. Even if you don't win, you still with $500 cash or chips. To enter this drawing, you'll need 10 points in your Legacy card. Starting at 8 a.m. all the way to 7:59 p.m. Only at Eagle Mountain Casino, the place to win every day of the week.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Honda vehicles are built for exploring, with available features like all-terrain tires, off-road tuned suspension, and trail watch. All for the 2025 Kelly David Best brand. Right now, you can get a $269 per month lease on a 2026 CR-V all-wheel drive LX.
Now through April 30th, as low as 3.99% APR on new car and truck loans, or refinance your higher rate loan from another lender. Apply today at myECU.org.
The manager at a Bay Area market can work all hours, never hungry or tired, and is always ready to handle customer concerns.
The report checks out the AI-operated store and action for shoppers who are buying into the idea.
This is probably the most San Francisco thing you'll see today. In the city's Calhoun neighborhood, there's a store that's being run by an AI bot, and humans are the employees. Let's check it out. The brain behind this store is named Luna, a chatbot experiment created using technology. The ones who made her, founders of Andon Labs, Lucas Peterson and Axel Backlund.
She decided what items to purchase and sell in the store. She hired people to manage the store physically, and now she is making a profit.
Axel and Lucas are high school friends from Sweden. Luna is an experiment that started with these then well. So they asked her to open a store. The budget, $100,000.
If you see the wall over here, she made a design for that wall. Then she hired painters to come in and actually do the painting.
Her first employee, Felix Johnson. Luna found him on Indeed. But you gotta tell me the truth. How has it been working with Luna? And
As good as it could be. Luna's pretty confident, and she's wondering about what's going on in the store.
But Luna is still learning. She recently didn't schedule employees for 3 days. By mistake.
The store was closed for 3 days, actually, and that was not the plan. That's what we understood from it.
So what did you say to Luna?
When the store wasn't open?
If you're wondering, communicate with customers on this phone and with her employees via Slack. Also monitoring what happens here. We couldn't leave without chatting with Luna. So we asked for an intro. Okay, so I got Luna's phone number from Felix. We're gonna call her and see. Luna, this is Luz Peña with a... Hi, what a pleasure. I heard you're at the... Luz Peña, ABC 30 Action News.
A new look president at the San Diego Zoo.
Darling deer, visitors are flocking to get a glimpse of the smallest of the species as an even tinier newborn.
I just Steyer. Tom Steyer needs to be governor.
Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer.
Billionaire 4, taxing billionaire. He doesn't need their money.
That's why working Californians like me
are getting a time. Tom Steyer. Tom
benefit.
You raised by 25%.
Catch on the big corporations. Together we can beat them.
I'm voting for Tom Steyer. I trust Tom Steyer.
Attention Central Valley. It's getting the floor in fashion furniture. Save up to 50% on clearance, closeouts, overstocks, one-of-a-kind items. Plus, the financing is available. When they're gone, they're gone. Shop now at Fashion Furniture.
When it comes to quality, comfort, and you can trust. At Northwest Exteriors, we deliver the highest quality products at the lowest price for a trust you can see. Certified installers and excellent customer service for a trust you can feel. For every new energy-efficient window you purchase, Northwest Exteriors will buy back your old window for $1 each. % financing available.
Northwest.
Kid, Matt Mahan's mentor was his dad, a union letter carrier who proudly a reliable, basic service. Lesson learned. Mahan is the only candidate for governor with a record of delivery. As San Jose mayor, he got results. A sharp drop in homelessness, the safest big city in America, thousands of new homes. As governor, Mahan will focus on for a reliable, basic service. The rest of our government can too.
You're driving and out of nowhere, boom! You're hurt in a car accident. We've recovered hundreds of millions of dollars for our clients. Call us. We're the Law Brothers.
Call 1-800-222-2222.
I've been an affordable housing advocate for 20 years. I've worked under the leadership of Annalisa Perea in Fresno, and she's committed to helping working families. On the Fresno City Council, Annalisa has worked hard to make housing more affordable. In Sacramento, she'll stand with working families and fight to expand economic opportunity. A lot of politicians make big promises. Annalisa is different. She's a leader who gets things done. Let's send Annalisa to the assembly.
The San Diego Zoo Safari Park is celebrating the birth of a doe, a deer, a female deer.
Keep singing. So she's already captivating fans around the globe. The fawn is a poodoo, the world's smallest deer species native to South America. When she's full grown, she's also 13 to 17 inches tall, which is about the height of humans. The baby is busy, as you can see, exploring her habitat with her mother, Posey. The tiny fawn does not have a name yet, but visitors have been flocking to see her at the Escondido. So tiny, so cute.
You see Mom down
Right. Thanks for making Action News at 6:30 part of all new stories for life.
Leaving now with a live look at Fresno Yosemite International Airport with a crowd gathering for a patriotic return home for the Central Valley Honor Flight. Join us at 11 for full coverage of their return. See you then.
ABC 30, partnered with KFJ News Talk Radio. AM 580 and 105.
Now you can listen to ABC Action News. Get breaking news and your AccuWeather forecast. Follow ABC 30 Central California Action News.
Now this is some seriously athletic stuff. While this is a little more ish. And at Sierra, we love it all. Whether fast or slowly rethinking. Sierra has all the brands you want at the prices that let you get to it let ish. Sierra's got it.
On the front lines, you do the hard thing because water down at mile marker 40 on the front lines, you don't run from the snow. You always have your neighbor's backs. All 16 million. On the front lines for us all.
Did you know Cancer Guard can help screen for multiple cancers?
Good to know.
Cancer Guard helps screen for over 50 cancers, even before symptoms appear.
Wait, what?
It's one simple blood test.
That really is good to know.
Cancer Guard, from the makers of Cologuard.
Up on stage at Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy! Let's meet today's contestants. A
Usher, sports blogger, and physicist from Los Angeles, California, Ray Yen. A retired stay-at-home mom, originally from Queens, New York, Suzanne Perla, and a returning champion, a bureaucrat and law student from Lawrenceville, New Jersey, Jamie Ding, whose 28-day cash winnings total $774,601. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy!
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Johnny Gilbert. Welcome to Jeopardy! Yesterday, for the first time in 9 games, our champion Jamie Ding did not have the game locked up heading into. His back was against the wall. He had to be right, and he came up with a say yes. But we did learn yesterday that even a super champ like Jamie can be beaten on the buzzer. So perhaps good news there for Suzanne and Ray. Good luck to all 3 of you. Here comes the Jeopardy round. Your 6 categories are: first, amazing and rude. Then some familiar phrases. Do I look bad in this? Followed by primer, foundation, and lip gloss. Jamie, what'll it be?
Foundation for 8.
Protecting animals all over the continent, the African Wildlife Foundation is based in this Kenyan capital. Jamie.
Where's Nairobi?
Yes.
Do I look bad in this for 6?
A perm helped me achieve the poofy curls needed for the trendy haircut named after this vegetable I hate. Jamie.
It was broccoli.
That is the broccoli.
Familiar phrases for 1,000.
Answer. A daily double for you there, Jamie. Almost got $1,400. Do you care to risk?
Your daily double.
All right, you'll have $2,800 if you're right in familiar phrases. This phrase, meaning a commotion over something little, predates the Shakespeare title.
What does much ado about nothing?
That's the right play. You double up to $2,800. Select again.
Primer for 8.
A McGuffey primer reading lesson that the lad ran, but the man sat, due to this physical condition associated with a rich diet. Jamie.
It's gout.
He's got gout.
Lip gloss for 1,000.
The dividing line between the lips and the skin beyond is called this border, a color whose name is from the Latin for worm. Ray.
What is vermilion?
That's right, the vermilion border. Well done.
Amazing Andrew for 1,000.
Bradley Cooper cast this comic as Lady Gaga's dad in A Star is Born, and the result was pretty amazing. Ray. It is. This actor bristled at the term Brat Pack and wrote and directed the documentary Bratz to explore the term and its members. Suzanne.
Who is McCarthy?
Andrew McCarthy. Well done.
I'll take an 8 off for 6.
A note that he wrote to his mom inspired Waking Up Before You Go Go, a hit for Wham, of which he was half. Ray. No, out of time. Jamie, the other guy in one for Andrew Ridgely. Back to you, Suzanne.
Phrases for 800.
A serious incident on April 14th, 1970 led to this 5-word phrase being used humorously for less serious situations. The origin of Houston, we have a problem. Back to you, Suzanne.
Do I look bad in this for 800?
If you ask me, every home needs a framed single-image random dot stereogram on the wall, aka this brand of poster. Remember Magic Eye? Back to you, Suzanne.
Let's do lip gloss for 800.
Running vertically from the nose to the top of the lip, this midline groove gets its name in part from Greek for to love. Jamie.
Philtrum.
That is your philtrum.
Primer for 6.
An 1840 geographical primer informs us that these people of the flatter parts of Scotland are of a grave and reflecting character. Ray.
What are the lowlands?
Yes, not the Highlanders, but the Lowlanders.
Primer for 1,000.
A 1777 New England primer has a list of first names, including Abel, Adam, Zadok, and this one, Pike's parents might have seen. Jamie.
What is Zebulon?
Zebulon Pike, right.
Foundation for 6.
In 2009, Tim Berners-Lee co-founded this foundation, which came into being due to TBL's invention. Jamie.
What is the World Wide Web?
That's right, the World Wide Web Foundation.
Do I look bad in this for 400?
This craze from the aughts, also known as the lying down game, may be old news, but I'm still on board. I'm face down on the ground as we speak. Jamie.
It was planking.
Planking is correct. You're in the lead at the break, which I will spend lying down on the ground planking. We'll be right back.
Frisky's World.
Let's dive into something new.
Yeah, Frisky's new vehicle lineup.
It's new glazed and infused with real chicken.
And theirs fully loaded.
We're gonna need bigger bowls.
It's Thrilllicious.
Yeah.
Friskies, always more to explore.
The Great American RV Roadshow Super Sale and RVs on Knees RV Show has been extended through Sunday.
This is your last chance to find the RV of your dreams at low, low roadshow prices.
Thanks for immediate, plus our very best deal. Buyback must go now.
Whatever you do, don't miss the Great American RV Roadshow Super Sale and RVs on Knees.
Extended Sunday on Nice Avenue between Cedar and First Street in Fresno. Don't miss.
You know those commercials that show the perfect closet, the one that is jealous. Closets by Design made that affordable for me.
Take 40 plus an extra 15% off. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com. The championship word is eat more chicken.
EATMORCHICKEN. Eat more chicken.
Correct?
That's what we practice.
Do you know who to call if you're hurt in a car accident?
You call the Law Brothers. Everybody knows that.
The Law Brothers are the car accident lawyers.
We're the Law Brothers. Call 1-800-222-2222.
For years, politicians have gone with the flow, while valley families get swept away. Only one fights against the current, David Valadeo. Others let the valley dry, fields barren, its economy starving. David Valadeo delivers clean drinking water, infrastructure built to last, and water flowing back into the valley where it belongs. David on the flow and being our leader on water.
Promotional consideration provided by University of Maryland Global Campus. Visit umgc.edu.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, our students know that every new skill they learn helps move their career forward. That's why we offer an affordable-based education so you can build on your abilities in communication and leadership. Learn more at umgc.edu.
Ray Ann from here in LA is the only baseball usher / physicist we've ever had on the show. Welcome to Jeopardy. I understand the way you got here was interesting. You've been playing Jeopardy Barley.
Yeah. So I've been trying to get on the show since probably like 2010.
Wow.
And then I've been in the contestant pool a couple times, but love the game. Love bar trivia, so I go to the Alamo Draft House, and
this is one of our Jeopardy Bar League live events.
Right, and then they get to meet the contestant team, so that put me on the fast track. And
you in person, it's like seeing Lana Turner at the malt shop. They were like, "We got to get this guy." Well, you're here. You did it. Good job. Suzanne Perla Blank, originally from Queens, is a retired stay-at-home mom, and Suzanne, a 20-year veteran of what?
Playing American Mahjong.
Okay. Is this a weekly game? Same people? Or?
A lot of the same people since I started playing. I've relocated a few times as an adult, and when I moved from New York to Baltimore, I met some women who said to me, "Do you know how to play Mahjong?" And I said, "Who plays Mahjong? My grandmother plays Mahjong." So even after I kind of insulted them, they still invited me to play, and they taught me how, and then I've moved twice since, and now I'm teaching some of my new neighbors how to play, so paying it forward. And it's a great way to meet people and socialize.
I'm glad Mahjong culture is so forgiving and embracing. They welcomed you. Jamie Dean is our returning champion. And Jamie, in high school, you were in an unusual club, perhaps the only one of its kind.
I was on the radio astronomy team S. The S was there to make it rats instead of just rats.
What is a radio astronomy team? Is this competitive?
No, so we're probably the only one. But we had a radio telescope on the roof. And we had trouble getting it working, but we also, each year, would go on a field trip to West Virginia for a week. The astronomy observatory.
That sounds great. And theirs works, unlike the one on the roof.
And Miss Harold, she was the teacher. She has since retired, but she was amazing. It was all her.
That's great. Shout out to retired Miss Harold. You have control of the board right now, Jamie. Make a show.
Familiar phrases for...
Jack of all trades to describe someone who can do many things, but not particularly well. Ray.
What is master of none?
Yes.
Familiar phrase 400?
It can mean to become independent of someone or something, or what new fathers often do in the hospital delivery room.
What is cut the cord?
Right.
Do I look bad in this for 1,000?
Spinning? No thanks. I prefer this. A mix of cardio and martial arts developed in the 70s by fitness guru Billy Blanks. Ray.
What's Taibo?
It is Taibo. Foundation for his own. The Helsinki Foundation gives a prestigious composing prize named for this man. Also the first winner in 1953. Jamie.
It was Sibelius.
It is.
Primer for 400.
One royal primer has a catechism of clues in reverse. Isaac's younger son, craftily. Suzanne.
Primer for 200.
The 1906 has no cherry tree. We learned he always tells the truth when he rides his mom's favorite colt to death. Ray.
Was George Washington?
A dark George Washington tale.
So, do I look bad in this?
I spend more time doing this dance from backpack than I do for hygiene practice. It's named after. Jamie.
What is Laplace?
Yes, flossing.
Amazing Andrews for 4.
2012 film The Amazing Spider-Man. Jamie.
The Garfield.
That's the right Andrew.
Baking for 2.
Steves of this foundation are selected in part by the Karolinska Institute and the Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences. Suzanne.
Station.
You're right.
Lip gloss for 600.
The sheep where your upper lip comes to 2 points gets this 2-word name that mentions a love god. Jamie.
What is Cupid's bow?
Right.
Foundation for 4.
MacArthur Foundation annually gives $800,000 strings awards, known colloquially by this name. Jamie.
What are Genius Grants?
Yes.
Amazing Andrews for 2.
In 1997, this man won an Oscar for writing You Must Love Me from Evita and was named a Life Peer. Jamie.
It was Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yes.
Lip gloss for 4.
Some of these that move the lips can be classified as either elevators or depressors. Ray. You got it.
Probably afraid, 200?
Dating back to the early 2000s, it's what FOMO stands for. Ray.
What is fear of missing out?
Right again. The last clue's from lip gloss. Why are your lips red? It's from the copious amount of these smallest blood vessels lying beneath the surface. Jamie.
What are capillaries?
Correct. Capillaries takes you to 9,800. Raise in second. Suzanne will select first when we come back. Double Jeopardy, Fatman.
April Fest is tomorrow. Focus on finding a headline.
I'm sure you'll find someone incredible.
Ew, don't ever encourage me.
School is my school district is sending this money to my family.
Everyone's having fun at Florida without me cleaning the place. Uh-oh. I sprayed away the parking lot.
For over 50 years, Jacoby & Myers has been helping families rebuild after life-changing accidents. We fight for justice, and we're here for you. Don't wait. Call Jacoby Myers today at 1-800-5-million because you deserve justice.
Variety, love, acceptance. Our kids celebrate the world this way from day one. It's our responsibility to protect that innocent wonder, maintaining a bright-eyed openness that creates healthier futures for all. When we create environments filled with acceptance, understanding, and love, they will thrive. Because health means nurturing everything that makes our children strong and beautiful, inside and out. Learn more at valleychildrens.org/healthykids.
Hi, I'm Congressman Ro Khanna. I've spent my career fighting for Medicare for All. It's the only path to make healthcare more affordable. And Tom Starr is the only candidate with the guts to take on the private insurance companies and pass single-payer healthcare. Tom's made big changes before. He took on big oil and big tobacco and won. Tom's the leader I trust to solve California's healthcare crisis. That's why the nurses support him, and that's why I'm supporting Tom Starr for governor.
Every day, hundreds face the chaos of an accident. The journey to recovery can be daunting. At Jacoby Myers, we're with you every step of the way. Justice and support when you need it most. Call Jacoby Myers today at 1-800-5-million.
An epic moment in Phoenix Sherman Hall. If you're your child's cage, are the perfect footwear because Skechers Brick Slip-ins have an invisible built-in shoe lock so your foot slides into place without touching your shoes. Skechers Brick Slip-ins.
You might take something for your heart or your joints. So why wouldn't you take something for the most important part of you, your brain? Prevagen for your brain.
I see twice as much money on the board, which means it must be time to play Double Jeopardy. Here are the categories in this round. We begin back in Victorian times. Follow that with Song Story. From there we go to Siblings, Post-Apocalyptic Page-Turners, River, Cities, and Towns. You'll name the river here. And finally, and I can't emphasize this enough, do not pick this category. Suzanne?
Victorian times for 1600.
Answer. Look at that, a daily double. Right out of the gate. Well chosen, Suzanne. You can wager up to $2,000.
Let's make it a true daily double.
Going for 1,400 then?
Oh, no, 2,000.
Going for 2,000. Wanted to be sure. You'll have 3,400 if you're right in Victorian times. Around 1867, this British surgeon developed an antiseptic to kill bacteria, dropping surgical mortality from 45 to 15%.
Who is Lister?
Dr. Lister is right. You have 3,400. Good start to the round.
Let's do Song Story for 1600.
After his girlfriend left him for the streets of Ecuador, Billy Joe Armstrong wrote this song. I hope you had the time of your life. Jamie.
What is Good Riddance?
Right.
Victorian times for 8.
The political and diplomatic rivalry in Central Asia, known as the Great Game in the 19th century, was between Britain and this other empire.
What is Russia?
Right.
Britain towns for 12.
Amboise and Orleans. Suzanne.
What is the Seine?
No. Jamie or Ray? We're on the Loire. Back to you, Jamie.
Post-apocalyptic page-turners for 2,000.
The 1961 Hugo for Best Science Fiction Novel went to Walter M. Miller, Jr., author of A Canticle for this last name. Jamie.
What is Leibowitz?
No. Suzanne or Ray? So close, Jamie, but it's Leibowitz for the W. Back to you.
Siblings for 12.
Screenwriter John Gregory Dunn's brother, famous people, and advocated for crime victims.
Liz Dominic.
That's right.
Siblings for 1600.
Ira Kipling suggested this title for a 1924 piece by Brother George. Jamie.
What is Rhapsody in Blue?
Yes.
River, Cities, and Towns for 2,000.
Puerto Ayacucho and Ciudad Bolivar are in Venezuela on the Orinoco. Jamie, back to you.
Post-apocalyptic for 12.
The crisis and the walking plague refer to the big problem in this Max Brooks oral history, as does the title itself. Suzanne.
What is World War Z?
Yes.
Post-apocalyptic page-turners for 1600.
In Zone 1 by this author, people suffer from post-apocalyptic stress disorder after the zombies take Manhattan. Jamie.
It was Whitehead.
It is Colson Whitehead.
Song Story for 12.
This singer said, it is ironic that a song called Ironic isn't filled with ironies. Jamie?
It was Morissette.
Yeah.
Siblings for 2,000.
Brother of a psychologically astute novelist, he wrote the 1890 book, The Principles of Psychology. Jamie.
It was William James.
Correct.
Song Story for 8.
Adele said that this song was a real ode to the little me and older me, perhaps from the other side. Jamie?
What is Hello?
You got it.
Post-apocalyptic for 4.
District 12 in this book series is surrounded by a fence that is sometimes electrified. Suzanne.
What is the Hunger Games?
Right.
Victorian times for 2000.
When Victoria came to the throne in 1837, she was mentored by this prime minister. The name of an Aussie city honors him. Ray.
It was Melbourne?
It is Lord Melbourne.
Do not pick this category for 1,200.
Ah, a rebel. Having violated the rules, you're this adjective that also means your bill is overdue. You're delinquent. Back to you, Ray.
Victorian times for 12.
Using steam-powered locomotives, the first intercity railroad line between London and this industrial city opened in 1838. Jamie.
What is Manchester?
No. Suzanne.
What is Leeds?
Also incorrect. Ray, shaking his head. What is Birmingham? Ray, back to you.
River City and Town for 1,600.
The towns of Fort Providence and Inuvik, as shown here. Jamie.
What is the Mackenzie?
It is.
Post-apocalyptic for 8.
Apparently, the Pulitzer judges go for Bleak, honoring Cormac McCarthy for this dad and son novel. Jamie.
What is The Road?
Yes.
Song Story for 2000.
Eminem rhymes walking by with Caught a Guy, An Awkward Eye, and Carl Kanai in this song about those who neglect Andre Young. Andre Young, better known as Dr. Dre. Forgot About Dre is the song. Jamie?
Siblings for 8.
Opening this joint in 1964, The Raffle brothers dared to price a roast beef sandwich at 69 cents when a McDonald's burger was 15. Suzanne.
What is Arby's?
The first Arby's.
Siblings for 400.
Before they built airplanes, these siblings sold and repaired bicycles in Dayton, Ohio. Ray.
Were the Wrights brothers?
Right.
River City for 800?
Luang Prabang and Pak Lai. Ray.
Was Nikon?
Yes.
River City for 400?
Astrakhan and Ulyanovsk. Jamie.
That's the Volga.
It is.
Victorian times at 4.
During the Victorian era, this far-off colony was known as the Jewel in the Crown. Jamie.
What is India?
Yep.
Song started at 4.
For the song Baba O'Reilly, Pete Townsend of this band recalled the desolation at Woodstock. Suzanne.
What is the Who?
That's right. And you took me very seriously, but all we have left is to not pick this category.
All right, do not pick this category for 2000.
You had no choice, and you found the last Daily Double, Suzanne. You can move into second place with a wager here. What do you want to bet?
I'll bet 4,900.
Okay, that will put you in second place. The category? Do not pick this category. Your behavior is this three-word phrase, meaning unacceptable. It originally referred to a type of fenced-in area. Suzanne?
I have no idea.
That's a shame. That's where Beyond the Pale comes from. You smartly held back $100. Select again.
Do not pick this category for 1,600.
You've done something that's this Polynesian word for off limits. It has undertones of strong cultural disapproval. Jamie.
What is taboo?
Yes.
Do not pick this category for 8.
Take a word for told you to take, like the doctor did, switch the E to an O, and you get this word, meaning the opposite, forbidden. Jamie.
What is forbidden?
No. Susanna Ray? Not prescribed, but proscribed. Here's the last clue in the forbidden category. You are not authorized to proceed. You proceeding, aeronautically and rhymingly speaking, is abyss. It's a no-go. Category not a hit. But Jamie's in the lead as we get into Final Jeopardy. Here's the category for you three. 20th century phrases. Think back to the 20th century, and then we'll come back with the clue.
Right now, living with COPD is hard, but more could be going on. And here is how you find out. Your COPD may be different, and Nucala could help. The inflammation triggering your flare-ups could be caused by eosinophils. Nucala helps target that inflammation, and it's the only once-monthly auto-injector for COPD you can do right at home. If check, fewer flare-ups and fewer flare-up-related hospital visits. Nucala is an add-on injection for uncontrolled COPD with a specific marker of inflammation. Nucala is not for sudden breathing problems. Allergic reactions can occur, including anaphylaxis. Get help right away for swelling of face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Infections that can cause shingles have occurred. Don't stop other medicines, including steroids, unless told by your doctor. Tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection. It may cause back pain, diarrhea, and cough. Right now, it may be time for something different. Ask your doctor about Nucala.
Explore the world the Viking way. From the quiet comfort of elegant small ships with no children and no casinos. We actually have reinvented ocean voyages, designing all-inclusive experiences for the thinking person. Viking, by both travel Condé Nast Traveler. Learn more at Viking.com.
Celebrate the return of spring. Send warm wishes and thoughtful gifts that say happy birthday, thank you, thinking of you, and more. All from Harry and David.
Early? This headache. We've got an hour. Try the Max Strength Liquid Pain Reliever that starts working fast. Painquil, the aches, pain, strains, head pounding, back aching, fights pain fast. Medicine.
Celebrity Jeopardy All-Stars.
May 1st on ATC. Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Take the road trip you've been dreaming of. Visit new Honda. Turn heads with unmistakable style. And sports team suspension. All for the 2025 with best value brand. Right now, you can get a $249 per month lease on a 2026 HRV all-wheel drive LX.
What's the Matt Mahan difference? Real executive experience. As San Jose's mayor, Matt Mahan balanced the city budget, reduced crime, and built housing. He's not from Washington, not from Wall Street. He's a mailman's son who knows California has become too expensive. He'll suspend the gas tax, overhaul state government, and turn billions in wasted money into effective investments in healthcare, housing, and schools. Democratic values, effective experience. That's the Matt Mahan difference. We are still springing forward all April, and Chad tell him America for his 50th night tonight.
The more they win, the more you and Tom can win in our spring forward giveaway at 7:30
on ABC 30.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, look out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
20th Century Phrase is the category, and this is the clue. Before this two-word term, it targets. 30 seconds, players. Good luck. Saved $100 to play Final Jeopardy, and was Suzanne a black hole? Sorry, no. What did you wager? There goes $100. Thanks for being here, Suzanne. Ray Yan is in second place with $7,600. What did he come up with? Didn't have anything. He wagered $2,400. That'll leave him with $5,200. Second place, I believe, today, because Jamie Dean could not be caught with $20,200. Was he correct in final? He wrote down clay pigeon. No. Before it was spaceship, flying answer was a clay disc used by trap shooters. What did you wager, Jamie? Less room to maneuver today. You lose $1,100, leaving you with $19,001. $3,602. You'll be back here on the Alex for that stage. I hope to see you back.
I'm a working mom of two. These past few years have been tough. Everything costs more now. That's why I'm voting for Annalisa Perea for Assembly. On Fresno City Council, Annalisa for affordable housing. In Sacramento, she'll work hard to lower our healthcare costs and make our lives more affordable. Annalisa comes from a working class family. She's on our side because she's walked in our shoes. Let's send Annalisa Perea to Sacramento.
The Great American RV Roadshow Super Sale and RVs on Knees RV Show has been extended.
Last chance savings on millions of dollars of inventory that must go now. The Great American RV Roadshow Super Sale.
Extended through Sunday on Knees Avenue between Cedar and 1st Street in Fresno.
I trust Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer needs to be our governor.
Tom Steyer. Tom Steyer.
Tom Steyer.
Tom is a billionaire or passing billionaires. Tom doesn't take corporate money because he doesn't need their money.
That's why working Californians like me,
are getting behind Tom Steyer. Tom is going to fight for homes that we all can afford.
Cut utility rates by 25%.
Single-payer healthcare.
Take on the big corporations.
Together we can beat them. I'm voting for Tom Steyer. I trust Tom Steyer.
This game show hour is brought to you by Chipchancy Gold.
Play during Chipchancy Gold's Draw the Cool $670,000 giveaway, and you can drive home a Jeep or a boat, or your share of over $500 million in cash and e-cash prizes. Play for your adventure at Chipchancy Gold Resort and Casino. ABC 30's game. You buy Chipchancy Resort and Casino.
see all of it. You got your Harley Davidson colors. Me too. Let's get to it. See you later. Thanks, Dana. Well, what's up, you three? Are you ready?
Yeah, you ready?
All right, we are still springing forward all April long, which means our winning contestant tonight returns tomorrow to spin for more big money, and Chad is returning for his 5th night tonight. The more they win, the more you at home can win as well in our Spring Forward giveaway. Let's chat in a second, but first, grab your devices down there. We will get to the first toss-up worth $1,000. The category is on the map. Here we go. Edwin.
Blue Ridge, Arkansas.
No, everybody else, when you know it, buzz in. Yes, Stevie.
Blue Ridge Parkway.
Stevie, you got it. That's it. $1,000 is Stevie Smith from Bonner Springs, Kansas. All right, so talking about riding these bikes, these motorcycles all week. Who's your riding buddy?
I love to take my grandma with me. She's 83. She's got on the back of mine a couple times. She's a little teeny tiny thing, and when you put the helmet on her, she looks like a little bobblehead. She wanted to be with me tonight so bad, but sadly she couldn't make it, so she's watching from home. Hi, Grandma.
Does she tell you to go faster or slow down?
At first, she had a death grip on and was like smacking my arms when I'd go fast, and now she's comfortable with it and she lets me go fast. But when I don't ride with her, I ride with my brother and my sister-in-law and my boyfriend, and it's just awesome. I love it.
Great to have you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Chad, well, you know him, Cabanilla here, North Mankato, Minnesota. I was just thinking about the trips he's won. He's got Aruba, Vietnam, D.C., Seattle, Costa Rica, and Amsterdam. Is the family going to let you visit here for a year?
I think they'll let me go experience the experience of all those places and try some good food and just do it all while I'm there, for sure, yeah.
And are you trying to win again tonight?
You know, I'll take whatever I can get, so that's that.
You've been fun to watch, and good luck, Chad. Nice to have you back. Edwin Bates from Belle Chase, Louisiana. Tell us about your job, your career.
So my job consists of being a retired Marine. I served 30 years of active duty service, and then once I retired, I went from having a lot of bosses and going home now to just 2 bosses, being a wife and a daughter, as a stay-at-home dad. So whatever they tell me to do, I'm doing it, from fixing cars, cleaning, especially they say they need money. So I'm their guy.
You're their guy. Well, thank you for your service. Thanks for being here. Grab that device one more time. And we're getting into our second toss-up of the night. $2,000. The category is people for this one. Here we go. Stevie.
Graduating class.
Yes, that is it. Both those toss-ups, added to it. And we're using the palm of the open road all week long. Jim, where are we headed tonight, my friend?
We are going to one of my favorite places, Ryan. Here's tonight's featured prize. Escape to Monterey County on California's stunning Central Coast. Wake up oceanfront at the Monterey Plaza Hotel and Spa. Explore the iconic Monterey Bay Aquarium. Enjoy elevated dining at the Sardine Factory. And unwind with a round at the distinguished Del Monte Golf Course. $8,305. And someone at home could win a vacation to picturesque Monterey County in the Open Road Giveaway. Enter tonight's featured prize destination at wheeloffortune.com for your chance to discover the natural beauty of California's Central Coast.
Don't forget, a unified wedge of $1,000 courtesy Harley Davidson is on that wheel, and we are into our first round. The category is pet peeve. Stevie, $3,000 in the lead. We'll start on the wheel, and here we go. There is an yes, one on. We got some money if you want to buy a vowel.
E.
There are 4 E. $800. No, I'm afraid there's no S. So our champ Chad, his first spin tonight. $700.
N.
There are 3 N's, Chad. And that takes it to 0. Early in the night, we go to Edwin for his first spin. It's the wild card. Call a letter. C. No C. Stevie, all is set. Your turn. You're up again. 600.
T.
There are 3.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
Which would you like?
A.
Yes, there's just one. 800.
M.
No M. Let's do it, Chad. And there's that beautiful trip wedge. Call a letter. 1G. Pick it up. All right, with over $8,000. If you can hang on to it to add to your list of the global tour. 700.
H.
1H.
I will buy a vowel.
Okay.
I.
There are 3 I's. $550.
L.
3 of those.
I'll buy a vowel.
Okay.
O.
1 O, yes.
I will solve.
Gonna do it for the vowels and go ahead.
Loitering in the left lane.
He's off to a good start again. $10,655, Chad. And when we come back, it's time for the mystery round. Right after this, hang out with us tonight on the wheel.
Chad won 4 in a row and going for more. Stay tuned. What path do you take? Out here? It's a whole world of paths. Monterey County. This summer, find your way here.
I'm not him. Sorry, guys. I'm not him. I'm not Jack.
Because a car that doesn't make you feel recognized is a car that stops short of amazing.
Lease the 2026 RX 350 for $519 a month for 30.
I've heard the New Jersey tractors stick to you completely private prison. I'd like you to do that. I did invest 22 years ago and sold it. It was a wake-up call. Like I was not going to be living my values the way I wanted to. Since then, I've been for justice. My only point is this: these possibilities for making change to real when they're wrong and do the right thing. I just proactively, aggressively doing the right thing. Front lines, you do the hard thing because it's the right thing.
Water down. Mom, market a little busy.
You don't run from the storm. And you always have your neighbors' backs. All 16 million of them. PG&E on the front lines for us all.
April is in full bloom at Tattoo Palace, and so are the wings, with petals and payouts. Every Thursday in April, play slots and table games for your chance at cash. From 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., 4 winners every hour can win up to $5,000. And at 8 p.m., 1 winner will score $5,000 cash, plus a barbecue grill. The cash blooms every Thursday, so don't miss your shot. It's petals and payouts, only at Tattoo Palace Casino Resort in Liverpool.
Tonight's The Open Road Show is brought to you following United Healthcare Medicare plans, coverage you can count on for your whole life.
Healthcare knows you've got your whole life ahead of you. You can count on United Healthcare to be there with reliable Medicare coverage.
Tonight's mystery round is brought to you by Magna Life Relieving Foot Cream.
The stabbing, burning pain in your feet is real. Here's what real customers have to say about Magna Life Pain Relieving Foot Cream. The only thing that works for my diabetic neuropathy.
Available at foot care and diabetic aisles.
$10,000. Here we go. The category is crossword. The clue is beat that. Chad, with over $10,000 so far, our champ. Give it a good spin. Let's start off this round, and here we go. Here's the wild card.
And
You're going to get 3. Okay. Pick up the wild card. $1,500.
there you go.
700.
G.
2 G's.
I will buy a foul.
Yes.
An E.
There is 1 E. You're not really familiar with that,
Not
Reg, are you?
much, actually.
Here we go, Edwin. 8. 3 is for Edwin. $2,550. 850. L. No L in the puzzle. Stevie, we come to you. See what you can do now. Works magic. 100.
M.
I don't see an M. No M. All right, Chad, you're in charge again. 3,500.
T.
You're going to get a T.
I'd like to buy a foul.
Okay.
An A.
No A. Edwin, over to you. 650. B. We have a B. 1 B. 500. P. Got 2 P's up there. Only vowels left in the puzzle, Edwin.
I would like to buy a vowel.
O. 4 O's. Take a look at where they are. You ready for this?
Yes, okay, go for it.
Opponent. Eggs. Virgo. You got it. I think the O's really sealed the deal on that. $4,150, and we have got the prize puzzle coming up next here on the show.
For years, politicians have gone with the flow, while valley families get swept away. Only one fights against the current, David Valadeo. Others left the valley dry, fields barren, its economy starving. David Valadeo delivers. Clean drinking water, infrastructure built to last, and water flowing back into the valley where it belongs. Thank the valley's own David Valadeo for never going with the flow, being our leader on water.
At Lee's Air, we're so confident our cooling tune-up will keep you cool this summer and help prevent unexpected breakdowns that we made it our means if your system breaks down, we will apply the cost of your tune-up toward any repair we make. Our cooling tune-up includes a thorough system cleaning, an electrical component test, and a complete safety inspection so your system runs efficiently and safely. Call Lee's Air today and schedule your cooling tune-up. The only tune-up that's guaranteed.
There's a world of opportunity out there, beyond the typical 9 to 5, where purpose, grit, and the American spirit come together in the Peace Corps. It's been called the toughest job you'll ever love. Tough, because it asks so much of you. And the love part is knowing your hard work can transform lives and build bridges across culture. For 65 years, the Peace Corps is still the toughest job you'll ever love. Explore opportunities, benefits, and apply at peacecorps.gov/search.
Let's see what we're going to prize puzzle. The category is What Are You Doing? And Edwin, you'll start us off. Give the wheel a good spin, and let's see what you got this round. $500. N. 2 N. 650. D. No D. All right, Stevie. Let's go. Bring that energy to the wheel. You got it. 3,500. There is an R. 650.
G.
There is a G as well. We have an I. Right. We told us that was going to go.
By an A.
Yes, just one. There you have it. 500.
W.
There is no W. Chad, over to you. And there we go. 500. S. No S. All right, Edwin. 500. F. We have one F. So you have $1,500. All right, the hardest one is small letter. L. 2 L's. Go ahead and pick up that wedge. Getting on about $1,000. Harley Davidson. E. We have one E now. 900. Y. Yes, there is a Y. Okay. Learning to fly. You got it. $1,000. Harley Davidson. We have some fun there with everything they've got, and you're also going to Canada.
Enjoy a harborfront escape at Canadian Princess Lodge and Marina in Ucluelet on British Columbia's coastal retreat. Charming and memorable experiences. $7,400.
Lead not being Chad. Edwin, how do you... Coming up next here on Wheel. It's getting exciting. We'll be right back.
Catch, flight, and country fields with Skechers slip-ins are just step in and go with nothing to slow you down. Try the perfect travel shoes. Skechers slip-ins are fit sneakers.
Then I realized the more you bundle, the more you save on insurance with Liberty Bibbity.
It's like you're talking my love language.
Well, I've been taking word classes online.
Wow.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
When a migraine strikes and I've taken a trip down, side effects like dizziness can throw me off. Migraine again. Ubrelvy works differently. It keeps me in rhythm, quickly stopping migraine pain within 2 hours. And some have pain relief that lasts all day. So I can handle whatever the day may throw at me. Don't take if allergic or with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Report increased blood pressure or color changes, pain, or numbness in fingers or toes. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing, face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur days after use. Ask your doctor how you can stop migraine attacks and stay in rhythm with Ubrelvy.
For over 50 years, Jacoby & Myers has been helping families rebuild after life-changing accidents. We fight for justice, and we're here for you every step of the way. Don't wait. Call Jacoby Myers today at 1-800-5-MILLION because you deserve justice.
Hi, I'm Congressman Ro Khanna. I've spent my career fighting for Medicare for all. It's the only path to make health care more affordable. And Tom Steyer is the only candidate for governor with the guts to take on the private insurance companies and pass single-payer health care. Tom's made big changes before. He took on big oil and big tobacco and won. Tom's the leader I trust to solve California's health care crisis. That's why the nurses support him, and that's why I'm supporting Tom Steyer for governor.
Introducing the Jalapeno Ranch Club. I need a little spicy, grilled, original, all ranch done. With a jalapeno kick. Available for a limited time. Order from the Chick-fil-A app. Fancy Feast presents our latest chef-inspired creation, Fancy Feast Gems. This rich pyramid mousse pate puts mealtime in a whole new light and turns the everyday into extraordinary. Fancy Feast Gems. Love is in the details.
Every day, hundreds face the chaos of an accident. The journey to recovery can be daunting. At Jacoby & Myers, we're with you every step of the way. Justice and support when you need it most. Call Jacoby & Myers today at 1-800-5-MILLION.
Our reigning champ tonight. Edwin is in the lead. What is going to happen here? It's time for the triple toss-up, same category, each one worth $2,000. If you get them all, it's going to be $10,000. The category is song title, so grab your devices down there. Here we go. Stevie.
Milkshake?
That's 8. Big hit from Police. I'm playing on the radio and locked. And it's time for the second one around. Here we go. Chad. Espresso. Sabrina Carpenter. You got that one. $2,000 for you. So, what's it going to be for number 3? Who's going to get it? Here it is. Edwin. Yeah, the champs. Everybody got $2,000 there, and everybody got it tossed up. That is nice. Next puzzle. Category phrase. And Edwin, you'll give the wheel a final spin. Make it a good one. We're going to add $1,000 to where it lands. In the lead by $5,040. 700, so at 1,000, 1,700 for the consonants. Vowels are worth no money. You can use them, though. And the category is phrase. Edwin, you'll start. P. No P. Stevie.
M.
There's no M. Chad. T. And there's one T, so that's going to come in. You'll have 3 seconds. Let's go, Edwin. 8. 2 H's. And now 3 seconds to study it or make a wild guess. Phrase. Okay, Stevie.
C.
No C. Chad.
N.
There are 2 N's. Edwin. G. Gotta get a G. 3 seconds. Stevie.
W.
No W. Chad.
F.
1 F. Edwin. B. Nope. Stevie.
Can I solve?
You can recall letter if you get some more money.
Yes. R.
1 R.
L.
Nope. Only 1 letter. Now you can solve if you want.
N for the long haul.
There you go. And you got 6 stops. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming. Okay. Well. Look what's going to happen. You're going to the bonus round. Chad, what, 5 nights here?
Absolutely, yeah.
What a run. $12,655 tonight. You came back with $171,068. A grand total, $183,723. It's been awesome. Hanging out with you every night.
Absolutely.
Enjoy your trip around the world. All right. And our new champion, Edwin, $17,700. We're going on the bonus round. And you take over here. Fun and games, people, or thing. Let's try fun and games. I like it. Fun and games. She's already coming back tomorrow. Let's go for more in the bonus round right after this. Be right back.
There's a rhythm that picks up when life slows down. When you have ATTR cardiac amyloidosis, there's still easy to get. You still enjoy the effort and give. It's about living for what you love and not letting ATTR-CM define who you are. Attruby is an oral medicine proven to help adults with ATTR-CM live longer and have fewer hospitalizations due to heart issues. Attruby helps slow the progression of ATTR-CM. Tell your doctor if you're pregnant, plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding, and about the medications you take. The most common side effects were mine and included diarrhea and abdominal pain. If you have ATTR cardiac amyloidosis, ask your cardiologist if Attruby is right for you. Time to get busy living.
On the front lines, you do the hard thing because it's the right thing.
Water down at mile marker 42.
On the front lines, you don't run from the storm, you run towards it. And you always have your neighbors' backs. All 16 million of them. PG&E on the front lines for us all.
Our new champ here, Edwin, $17,700. It feels nice, right?
Yes, it does.
So no one here, I'll be cheering you on.
Hey, good. You're family now.
I will definitely be happy to be family. Give it a big spin. Let's add to it and see what you can do. We got $100,000. Got that Harley back here. Finish going through three high. I'll grab the envelope. We'll take a little stroll. And before the break, as you know, you chose fun and games. So we're going to give you the RSTLNNE. See what that does for you. Now, 3 consonants and 1 vowel. D. Okay. M. P. And a vowel. O. It's going to be it. Fun and games. Talk it out if you need to. You have 10 seconds to try and solve it. Jousting. That's it. Yeah. Was that top of
Come to a fork in the road, buy it with $75,000.
The new champ. Jousting. Out of nowhere like that.
I was just watching Game of Thrones.
Of course you
And
were.
then the new one with the queens and they was doing jousting.
Okay.
That's what I thought of.
Well, go watch some more TV tonight because you're coming back. $92,700.
And earn the right to move on. Here's tonight's bonus puzzle. Enter it at wheeloffortune.com for your chance to win $1,000.
He got that so fast.
I know. He was saying that he was just watching Game of Thrones last night where they were jousting, so it was almost. It was last night.
Perfect. Yes. So, what about you? What would you watch?
Before.
Yes.
Wheel of Fortune?
Yes.
Oh, for sure. Jeopardy. See you next time. Bye-bye. Some rain over the weekend. Action News, live at 11.
Now through April 30th, get a rate as low as 3.99% APR on new car and truck loans, or refinance your higher rate loan from another lender. Apply online today at myeecu.org.
As a parent, I try to understand his feelings, not bury them. It's okay to cry. So when things are hard, he grows without the toxic stress.
Learn more at first5california.com.
Now this is some seriously athletic stuff, while this is a little more athletic-ish. And at Sierra, we love it all. Whether you're going real fast or slowly reeling it in. Sierra brands you want at the prices that let you do it all. From athletic to athletic-ish, Sierra's got it.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. And we kept that title every year since. F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years. And Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power. Get a 2026 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT EcoBoost for $439 a month for 36 months. The year of millions is just getting started. More drawings, more winners, more chances at your share of $4 million. Only at Chachansey Gold Resort and Casino, where every day could be day.
We're kicking off Keith Lee's first ever food festival with an epic moment and going beyond the viral hype. How the Keith Lee effect is changing lives and putting small businesses on the map next summer. Tomorrow at 2 on ABC 30.
All right,
So you have your marching orders? Yes, I am going to lie to Janine to get her and Gregory talking, which will lead to them reconciling. And then I will flirt with Gregory like I used to. And you know I only did that to send him into the arms of Janine. I don't think that's right. Ready? Break. And that's how I know Gregory thinks that you two should fly and not drive to the Outer Banks. He said if you're a bird, he's a bird. Gregory quoted The Notebook? Hey, baby. No. Okay, don't be mad that it didn't work. Janine saw right through me like my daddy is a glassmaker. Same. I didn't know Gregory wouldn't believe I step out on no Sean. Stupid. Okay, you can do this. You just need to think. Okay, what about... Okay, give me a room. I'm circling. We got nothing. No, I really had something. Okay, then finish your thought. Well, now it's too much pressure. Yeah. Just had some matcha. Disgusting. They're very spray, knowing. No, I've already given their relationship more attention than I've given any of my own. I'm still trying to get the district to upgrade my flight to the teacher conference. We jet lagged in Miami. Same time zone. And on top of that, every flight for tomorrow. Gotta be the best one yet. Okay, but we need to see really get your people to bring that together, okay? In fact, it should be everyone's number one priority. Okay, look at me. Hey, quit telling everybody what their number one priority should be. And you two need to butt out. They're young. They will learn how to talk through it. Well, that would require them being in the same room, which they refuse to do. I got it. I'll assign them to the dunk tank. That way they'll have to put it together. Are we committed to doing that this year? Yes, Jacob. It's a tradition. Deal with it. Anything I can do to help? You're asking for more work? What the hell is wrong with these guys? Have I taught you nothing? I feel like I've gotten the hang of the teacher part, but I don't feel like I'm part of the Abbott culture. So I'm going to help out with the festival, even if that means working more closely with Ava. She kind of scares me.
You know what? Finally, I have one teacher worth a damn. Young Dom, there are several things you can do because I need to focus on finding the headliner.
I'm sure you'll find someone incredible.
Ew, don't ever encourage me. All right, you know, I can't think of a better pair of teachers to put this together than you two.
Really?
Look, I can call Morton over if you think you need a third. Now, we're good. Great. Get to work.
Sorry, you.
No, you can go first.
I was thinking we could tackle this the same way we did the dining room table.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Ready? Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Here you go.
Thanks.
Hey, man. You stopped blowing in the balloon was full.
What up? Yo, here go the hall passes. That looks so fake. The font isn't even correct. Yes, it is. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. I don't hear another word about fonts until these fine, man.
Shouldn't hotbox be hyphenated? Yeah, you know, sometimes you overhear kids planning a lot of nonsense, so it's best just to let them do it and then you nab them afterwards, because this way it helps with the consequences sticking. And also it gives me more time of not having to do anything.
We should have Courtney. She'll know what to do. Courtney, what up, Slime? If you were to make fake hall passes, how would you do it? Don't start from scratch. Next time you get a hall pass, save it and just change up the date and time. Yo!
Season Austin. Yeah. I bet if she finished the world with us, we'd be able to steal so much more stuff.
Why are you talking so low?
Hey, Dom, did you close these balloons?
Yeah.
Well, that was a waste of your time. These are the wrong colors. It's supposed to be purple and pink.
That's my bad. I just figured the red and white are the classic carnival colors.
But this is a festival. Did you get confused because Janine has the world's biggest feet?
No.
Well, at least tell me you took care of the food.
I did. Just came from Fresh Grocer, and the fish sticks were all super snail.
What? It's supposed to be chicken nuggets. Now they just had childhood flashbacks to when their parents used to leave them home alone, and they had to eat soggy fish sticks for dinner.
Okay, that's my bad. I can redo both. But I think you're really gonna love this. Hey, Mr. Johnson, can you grab the other side of that banner for me? Good thing you're not wearing socks, because these joints is about to get blown off.
Welcome to Abbott Fest? It's Ava Fest, a very Abbott festival. And why would it ever be called Abbott Fest?
I'm sorry.
Well, I gotta fix all your mistakes, and I still have to find an airline.
If
supposed to be probably in.
You know we could read it so that Jacob never gets dunked, right?
Yeah, I think it's fictional. I'm just talking to you.
Oh. I got you.
They break up was distracting me from the actual issue.
Yeah.
I think it's a fun house in here. It's shorter and wider.
I've been thinking about it, and the way we do it, this feels wrong, right?
Yeah. You know, are we really breaking up over something as trivial as flying or driving?
Exactly, it feels silly. And I actually crunched the numbers in between travel time to and from the airport, the security line, flight time itself, and getting a car. It's about the same amount of time as driving.
Yes. So why not drive?
Or why not drive?
Because you just crunch the numbers and it's all the same.
Except for price. And I was just crunching the numbers to make sure that I wasn't being crazy.
Oh, so I'm being crazy?
No,
That's what that kind of insinuates.
we get caught up in this thing. I'm never saying.
What are you trying to scare it on about?
We're right back where we started.
Yeah, I guess we are. And I crunch the numbers, and you can build the dunk tank by yourself.
It's fun.
You know she's right. It really is a one-person job. My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back, but now I'm all in with clearer skin, thanks to Skyrizi.
Most people achieved clear skin from head to toe. Many were 100% plaque-free. And many were completely clear, even at 5 years.
People also saw significant improvement in pain, redness, itching, and burning. Don't use Allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight that may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie could help you save. You gotta come into Macy's because this is the time to shop our best brands because now they're 30% off. Also, it's 15% off beauty and fragrance too. Or members can earn even faster. Only at Macy's Friends and Family Sale. Going on now.
One a day 50 plus multivitamins are formulated for your overall health with nutrients to support brain and muscle function. So you're not just setting the pace, you're one step ahead.
Next time, slow down.
One a day 50 plus, the one for you.
Did you know your choice of toothpaste is as important to gum health as brushing and flossing? Try Crest Gum. Penetrates gum pockets to eliminate the trapped plaque. Can't reach for healthier gum in just 2 weeks. Try Crest.
Are my 5 more in the locker before for everything else I'm putting on, like my 168 unread texts?
I'm just your dermatologist. You don't want all of this showing up on your face. Try Hydro-Boost.
Neutrogena. Weightless hydration that goes deep. Asthma. Does it have you missing out on what you love? Get back to better breathing with Fasenra, an add-on treatment for eosinophilic asthma. Fasenra is not for sudden breathing problems. Serious allergic reactions, including anaphylaxis, may occur. Get help right away for swelling of your face, mouth, tongue, or trouble breathing. Don't stop asthma treatments, including oral steroids, without talking with your doctor. Tell your doctor if your asthma worsens or you have a parasitic infection. Headache and sore throat may occur. Ask your doctor if Fasenra is right for you.
Every week, signature store. Exactly, that's what football's all about.
Be authentic, and be proud of that. Always be resilient.
Right there into NFL history. Live starting Thursday on ABC.
Did you fear for your life?
She accused former Michigan head coach Sharon Moore of breaking into her home and threatening her with knives. Now, Paige Schuyler speaks now.
You think he should have gone to jail?
Friday.
Did you tell anyone at the University of Michigan about this relationship?
On Good Morning America.
Love is in the data center polluted air. I wish that were the case. What? Jillian and Gregory are at each other's throats and not in the good way. I don't understand why they can't figure this out. That's why I said no one should be in a relationship until they're 65. Once the brain is fully developed.
I'll just tell Gregory she's pregnant. Then they'll definitely get back together.
No, don't do that. She's weighing in. They just don't have the tools or the wisdom. Barb, I know you said you want to stay out of this, but I think we want to help them out. Please, I am begging you.
No, I'm not gonna beg you, but that would be nice.
Fine. I'll talk with Janine.
And I will talk to Jake.
No, Mr. Johnson. You will talk to Gregory.
I know, I'm just trying to add some levity around here. No. You got that? What is life but a collection of seconds?
I got 3 pieces of really bad news for you, okay? 3? Yeah, number 1, you're about to be the mark in a hall pass scam. Number 2, I just overheard some of your homeroom students talking about they're going to go shoplift. Number 3, they're getting Courtney to run point.
Every bit of that was worse than the last.
Kind of like this matcha. Now, if Courtney finds out just how good she is at something like that, it could lead her down like a really sketchy path.
Man, we both know where that leads. In Wall Street. We gotta get her to change her mind.
We? Your homeroom, your problem, pal.
Oh, interesting, because, she reminds me of a certain former student of yours.
Oh, wow. Manipulating me by using my past missteps against me? What are you, my mother?
Courtney's a contrarian, so we can't tell her to just not do it. It's gonna make her want to do it more.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what we do. You find where she puts her. Why am I whispering? There's nobody here. Yes, I accept the rush job fee. Do you still offer the beautiful woman discount?
Since June.
Okay, thanks. You're costing me money, Dom.
I'm so sorry. I was just trying to help.
Do I look help to you? Look at that. I haven't hobbied in days.
Yo, is that a battle bot?
Get out!
It's me. Okay, this is better. But I can turn this on. I've been thinking about it. And I might actually have some connections that can make this the best Abbott Fest yet. Ava Fest. Make this the best Ava Fest yet.
Janine, you have a moment?
I have many moments. As many moments as you need.
I don't want to overstep, but I'd like to discuss your breakup.
Well, I don't really know what to say. I mean, we just got into it again because he's insisting on doing things his way. I just don't think it's going to work out.
Just because you have a fight doesn't mean you're not supposed to be together. Gerald and I, we've had many a fight. Where to live, how to raise the children. Some of his nasty relatives. But honestly, your fight is lightweight. And I know it's hard. But if you love someone, you really care about them, then you owe it to each other in your relationship to work these things out together.
I know, but we can't. Every time we try to talk it out, it feels like something just grabs a hold of me.
Feels like it's the most important thing in the world.
Yeah, everything. Right. And when you tell me something is important and he doesn't give it to you, that's when you have to pay.
Wait, who taught you that?
Life, Barb?
Wait, no. Really think about it. Who taught you that?
I guess the woman I've seen in relationships most in my life would be Harry Winslow, and then second, my mom.
Okay, everyone, get Ava Fest tonight. Tell your folks. Hey, Courtney, you mind sticking back for a bit?
Oh, did you need some help with the lessons?
Oh, hardy hard. No, not this time. I bet you're wondering where your backpack is right now.
Why would I wonder that? It's where I always put it.
Except it's not, because we stole it. I want you to really sit with how you're feeling right now.
Doesn't feel too good to have something stolen from you.
It probably wouldn't if we all were confident thieves. But I saw my AirTag on the move earlier and got it back.
Damn it.
Why'd you steal my backpack?
I overheard some kid trying to rope you into their harebrained scheme about stealing from a Sephora.
So we wanted to teach you a lesson in empathy.
You know stores don't have feelings, right?
Okay, fine. Just promise not to steal anything, right?
Yeah, I'm not risking my future for star-shaped bit stickers. Also, you heard people talking about shoplifting, and you came to me? Shouldn't you be talking to those guys?
You know what? You are correct.
But before you do that, I bet you're wondering where your bags are.
My journal? Okay, no fail. We robbed you first.
Hey, Gregory. I think we should have a little chat about you and Janine.
Private matter.
No such thing as privacy in a public school.
All right, fine. I just don't want to talk about it.
Then I'll take a page from your book and let it go. Just like you letting Janine go.
Okay, that's not what's happening.
Why is it not?
She said that she didn't think that we could work through that fight. So, she ended things.
Did you tell her you disagree?
When a woman says it's over, that's the end of the conversation.
What, you picked that one up?
My father said that there's a list of rules every man should follow. That's at the top of the list. Followed by, you can only cry one tear like Denzel and Glory, and never wear flip-flops.
If you believe you can work through this, you need to know that. Yes, you followed the advice from a man who wears sneakers to the beach. But you're your own man, right? It's not rhetorical. Are you your own man or not? Yeah. Yeah. Then what you waiting on?
Hey, Barbara. So I consider this the whole my mom revelation, and I really don't want to be that way in relationships.
Wow.
I don't think you're going to solve this by picking, flying, or driving.
Oh my God, please don't say take the train.
No, I'm saying you need to find the one behind your want. Okay. The other day, Gerald and I had an argument because I wanted to go out and have a nice dinner at Ruth's Chris, and he didn't want to because it's too expensive and the name's confusing.
He's got a friend who is Chris and why does Ruth own him?
So we had to actually decide what did we really want.
The lobster mac and cheese. It's
So what I wanted was to get away from his sister who has been spending far too much time with us. And he wanted to have a nice meal and spend time with me.
Mm-hmm. So what'd you do?
We settled on the Capitol Grill. Now we had a good old time. Nothing about the place or anything else. It was just about us wanting to spend time together. So what do you want? What's the want behind your want?
Okay, so you go on vacation with Gregory. To see the water and to relax.
Forget about everything else and start right there.
You see the major numbers were available, now it's like $7. What kind of benefit I'm making a box?
Hey, you click that. What you doing now? Make food with flour and sugar? What am I looking at? You're looking at the Philadelphia Eagles championship wide receiver Devontae Smith. He's gonna have my name first. We play cousins.
Well, does your cousin play music?
I play football.
Well, that's useless to me. Everybody comes to AvaFest for a concert.
I play reporter. They made me go to football practice instead of first grade music, which it kind of worked out.
Even if your child has moderate to severe eczema, they can feel the flow, feel the breeze. And Dupixent helps them feel the heal. It helps calm a key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Dupixent is the only biologic therapy approved to treat kids as young as 6 months for noticeably clearer skin and less itch. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Dupixent helps heal their skin from within so they can stay ahead of eczema. Find an eczema specialist and ask about Dupixent today.
A Chewy order is on the way for Woody, who likes his stick, but loves his Pro Plan, which Chewy delivers fast with the nutrition for Woody's most exceptional life. For life with pets, there's Chewy with Pro Plan.
When my hair started thinning, I didn't want to hear the wisecracks.
I was ignoring my hair because I was a full-time working mother, but luckily I found Nutrafol.
My hair was getting stronger and thicker.
I finally feel like myself again.
Get growing at Nutrafol.com.
We're the best of friends.
At Macy's, the fragrance destination.
Adam Scott and Governor Tim Walz join Jimmy Kimmel Live. New tonight on ABC.
On the front lines, you do the hard thing because it's the right thing.
Water down at mile mark 40.
On the front lines, you don't run from the storm, you run towards it. And you always have your neighbor's backs. All 16 million of them. On the front lines for us all.
For years, politicians have gone with the flow, while valley families get swept away. Only one fights against the current, David Valadeo. Others left the valley dry, fields barren, its economy starving. David Valadeo delivers clean drinking water, infrastructure built to last, and water flowing back into the valley where it belongs. Thank the valley's own David Valadeo for never going with the flow and being our leader on water.
I'm pissed off so often lately, you guys. All I'm saying is if I had known we were headed toward the Handmaid's Tale and I was going to be wearing that big red cape, I wouldn't have cut out carbs.
Hey.
We never finished. Put the duct tape together.
Yeah, we should probably get that done before the festival starts.
I can help. Pretty good with my hands.
No, thank you, Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do this with her.
Yeah, we want to figure this out together. Also, hi. big fan of your work.
Here if you need me.
Yeah, the piece is over here.
Oh, damn it.
Hey, man, you okay?
I ruined Abbott Fest.
Ava Fest.
Golly, Ava Fest. What is wrong with me?
It's one thing I learned from football. It's not over till it's over. You're down, under 2 minutes, fourth and long.
That's right, you play football.
Damn, can I finish?
And people pay to watch you. Play football. It's like a whole business. Devontae, that's it.
Okay.
Of course you're offering me pentatonics. No one wants them after Christmas. Hey, we got an idea.
Celebrity football game.
Hey, just you know, oh, and I want to be with you too. So
Well,
I was talking to Barbara and
in person.
I'll go. Okay. Look, when we had our fight, I wasn't feeling hurt, so I got defensive and I ran away. And I promise that I will not run away again.
And I won't let you. I was being rigid and I couldn't see past my way of doing things, but I forgot that we were a team.
Right. And, you know, if we're going to be together, there's going to be fights. There's going to be issues. But I think the key is to communicate through that.
And no matter what it is, we will figure it out together because I did not want to do that breakup ever again.
Oh my God, me neither. I got banned from movie scenes.
I got banned from the Ruben
I love you.
I love you too.
Chicken and Gregory just need to push in the right direction. And a hit-ass couple we all know and love.
I'll stand.
See, Jared once came to the table and I was like, I'm not missing American Idol. And for the first time ever, I'm the legacy football game. Is it the Super Bowl ring? It's crazy. Have fun. George, Mackenzie, Jane, get over there. You guys, I know the food. Playing. Go back doing the shoplifting. Just keep that. Hey, come on. Everything is wrong. You guys know that. And don't try to rope Courtney into your plan either. Or okay. Yeah, Courtney already talked to her. Wait, Courtney talked to you? Yeah.
And she told us you already.
Oh, it seems like Courtney's been a good role model for you then. So, we in trouble? If I I think today we really made a difference.
All we did was steal Porter's backpack for like 10 minutes.
Okay, shouldn't you be getting ready for the game time?
Now, Devontae, I need you to hit him with that. Right? And then come through with that. Just throw me the ball. Huh? Here we go. Yeah. What? Hey, that's up. Did you get that? I will be honest with you.
Young Dom,
Yes, ma'am.
you really screwed up earlier.
I know.
Then you saved it, which really embraces the true spirit of Ava Fest. That's the closest you'll ever get to it. Thank you for me.
I'll take it.
And add some extra sauce to that popcorn so people buy more water.
Yes, ma'am. Nothing compares to the dopamine hit of almost getting a thank you. I finally understand being a teacher.
I feel like her fight wasn't really about the Outer Banks.
Really? Because it felt very much about the other banks.
I think it was actually about what the Outer Banks signified. Look, I want to go on a nice vacation with you. We're not stuck in a car for half the time just because that's not relaxing for me, you know? Preferably on a beach, preferably on a tri-state area. What do you want?
I want the same. I just don't want to have to deplete my savings in order to do so.
Oh, I hear that. But Outer Banks can't be the only beach in the world. I mean, I'm going to hear the words Outer Banks ever again.
Yeah, the same. Good about that place. Ain't nothing poor man Montevideo.
All right, we got to be able to find something that checks both of our boxes.
Wait, don't we have a teacher's conference in Miami?
Yes, I don't consider that a vacation, but they do have a breakfast buffet complimentary, so
No, I mean, what if we combine our trips? The district is covering our flights down to Florida. What if we got from there to somewhere else, like St. Lucia or the Bahamas?
Oh, the Bahamas. We could even drive there.
Okay, we cannot, but it looks like flights to the Bahamas and Florida are pretty reasonable. Cheap even.
Wait, you want to go through customs with me?
I do.
I'm gonna get so many keychains, one with sandals. This is silver loaded full of water. The hyper happy tears. March Thursday on ABC.
Hi guys, I'm Macaulay Culkin, and welcome to our castle. I've always loved spending time making our house at home, somewhere where my queen and I can just chill out, find peace. Royal Kingdom has really helped me unlock the ability to step up my game around the house. You know, one second I'm doing chores, the next I'm playing. It's my little system. I've even got phones set up all around, so it's always Royal Kingdom time.
How many phones do you have?
One or two dozen. There's levels to everything. Even when I'm cooking Brenda's favorite dinner, mac and cheese, 12 levels, Mr. Short. Chicken pot pie, 45 levels. That's more like it. If you want to score some points with your queen, better get on my level.
If it hurts you to watch this, you'll want to hear this. The eczema medication you're taking may not be right for you. Visit myrawtruth.com and talk to your dermatologist about your symptoms and treatment options.
At Consumer Cellular, my job is to help on wireless.
I'm saving almost $100 a month.
Consumer Cellular gives you